We are today. I'll have and character name.
I'm Jean, and I play Valeria Thorson. The mountain, and we didn't get anywhere. For days, tried to get radio signals. To better driftwood. From there, husband out there to
And for clarification, wake up this feverish, somewhat dream you had. Went to sleep last night, so has in the device that's been calling itself heart.
yeah.
It's sitting. The fire has. Oh, audio is. Give me a second, we'll change that. This direction. Thank you for letting us know. Get this figured out.
Hey, and it's John. Hey, John. All right, I hope that helped with the sound. Give me a sound check, John, when you get a chance. I'll figure out the camera situation in just a moment. Okay, so sound is fixed. Now I'll check. Got to fix my other camera. Deactivate, reactivate. And there we go. So let us know that the sound is good.
Yep.
And hopefully the visual is good as well. We are in the Shatterhorn portion of the map of Nycos. For a second here, let's see if I can pull that up and show that to our fans so they know what we're talking about. He says, it's just the camera looking at you and we already know what you look like, so. That's true, that's true. I could just put a picture up of me and then we don't have to worry about it at all. That's pretty funny. Let's see if I can find my map. Where's my map?
I don't know. We need to tab it.
Well, it was on here. I don't know where it went. That's okay. Anyway, we are in the Cryopathia portion of Nycos, in the far north area, in the virtual tundra, as near or alongside a mountain range known as the Shatterhorn. where we started this campaign a couple of weeks ago. The current member of the party, Valera, is all that's apparently left of her group, the rest not being visible. So, when you wake up, what do? It's
I look to see if there's any footprints.
there are no markings. As a matter of fact, there is an indentation where bedding might have been, but that was before the snow started blowing sometime late last night.
Okay. You see, I see Hart right outside.
You see the machine standing right next to where you were
sleeping.
It's basically on its haunches with its 6 legs folded underneath it.
Hart?
No answer. No lights. There's no yellow glow coming from the what you consider to be his eye screen.
Was there any power indicator on him that I ever saw?
No, he changed the visuals of his optic so that you could see, but it's not. There's nothing on it now.
Okay, she gets.
You know that he was low. He'd already indicated he had less than 2 days left.
Okay, so hopefully he hasn't drained completely. She will go up and like knock on him on his chest.
No response. The little the connector door that goes on the outside of it, where he plugged your cord in, is standing open, and there's a little bit of snow
on
the
it.
edge.
Okay.
So you'd have to.
She digs out of her pack, out of a side pocket, that small jeweler's kit, and she cleans off the plug and tries to get every bit of snow and ice.
Yeah, you're able to get it all cleared. It was basically just caught on the edge from the wind blowing through. It doesn't look like anything got inside.
Okay. She'll close up the door.
The door pops back open on its own.
Just pops open?
Yeah.
Okay, she will take she'll go bring out the translator. She'll hook up the double end cord, and she'll start a slow, easy cranking. She doesn't want to overstress the gears. They seem to be stripping.
No, it'll be fine for your usual operations. So you're able to bring it up to speed.
Okay, so she can.
But you're watching there's no motion on the indicator, so it might take you quite some time. When you consider that he basically burned off 2 hours to give you 24 hours, you can see the amount of power you have to put in to get the thing fully charged.
Yeah.
It's going to be several hours.
See, she's cranking.
Okay. The sky has lightened somewhat. We're getting closer to the actual daybreak, but it has not yet occurred. So
okay, but there is some light in the sky.
There is some light in
the
the sky.
So she will hook up the solar collector, and she will get out her space blanket, and she'll spread it out to.
You don't have a space blanket.
I don't. He took that too.
He took anything that would remind anybody of who you were, because he was trying to protect you. We're speaking of the paladin that rescued her in the pre-game session. She was rescued from the wreckage, and he basically removed from her anything that would have identified her as an other in order to protect her. So you have nothing from that. You were able to keep the box because he needed to be able to translate.
I have the rifle left and the pistol.
No pistol. Rifle.
Okay, I have the rifle and it's on the staff.
Yes, but he took out the bullets, so there's no bullets.
I know. Oh, how I know. She'll try dislodging him, like giving him,
Yeah, he weighs someplace close to 1,000 pounds. So
I understand, but what she wants to do is just tip him.
He's built in such a way that you're going to be nigh impossible to knock it over.
Okay. She has to go back to cranking. She's going to instead have to go without his ability to help her. She's just going to have to build up snow around them to give them a greater, wind stoppage.
Okay. Yeah, with the ground in the permafrost condition, and there's no real snowpack right here close to you, it other than the drifted snow, there's really nothing to build it out of. Matter of fact, arguably, Hart himself has been a bit of a snow block, and he's actually built up a bit of a drift on the one side of himself.
Okay. She will just...
And if you haven't ever seen blowing snow, the drift, even though it's against his side, it isn't really. It's about a foot away from him because the air pressure nearest his legs, even as the drift comes over, causes it to blow away from that area nearest his feet. So
Okay.
it's about a foot and a half tall drift, but it peters away to inches within the time it gets to his feet. About 7 inches from the top of the drift.
She actually... I know that we had put a bunch of stuff inside.
What is snow? Says the guy from Colorado. I would stick my tongue out at you, John, but that would not be professional. So, Ryder Obvious is his handle, and he wouldn't know what snow
Larry
is.
would have a finger signal for you.
What is snow? What is this white stuff of which you speak?
This whole world is white where we are.
Except for the sky, where it's pretty much black, deep red.
Deep red. She just keeps cranking.
Okay. Hasn't been any indicator that it's improving the function.
Yeah.
But you do see a glow of light coming from the horizon to the south of you.
She will go ahead and face the solar collector that way, and hopefully can get...
Yeah, it's not registering even in the as far as candle power. The amount of light coming from it is really insignificant.
Negligible.
It looks like it might be either a lantern or fire of some sort, like a torch or something, because it seems to be getting closer, but it's just a tiny source. Literally looks like somebody walking across the tundra with a lantern.
How far off? And coming this way?
It appears to be coming in your direction.
Okay, I will continue to watch it till I can get a holler off.
Okay, so the wind is blowing pretty much in the southerly direction, so you'd be shouting with the wind. That's the good news. No, be shouting into the wind. So that's
Shouting into the wind. I need something dark that I can tie up high on Hart so I have a visual on him. And I'll move to the edge of that visibility, where I still see him pretty plainly. So she'll dig around in all the stuff that they have inside that canvas pack.
The only thing of any length you have is your rifle.
Is
your long gun.
Okay. She takes the staff. She tears off some strips of cloth and binds the staff to Hart. So it's sticking way up high.
Okay.
And she ties some strips of cloth to it that might flutter and give her another... Because we have
something somebody else could see is what you're saying?
Yeah.
To create more visibility. Well, you do have some of the wreckage from the airship that crashed that deposited the other two players. They're not around, but most of the stuff is bundled into the pack of stuff that Hart was carrying. So it's laying there next to Hart.
The next thing to do is probably build up the fire and see if I can draw attention.
Okay, so you're going to throw some of the extra wood from the...
Yeah. And the other thing is maybe use wet pieces of cloth, the ones that get the fire going.
To increase smoke?
Yeah, to increase smoke.
Well, since it's dark, the sky is fundamentally dark, the fire by itself is going to be more likely useful than the smoke will be.
Okay.
So
then,
as you do that, the motion of the lantern towards you seems to be drifting to the left and to the right in small bursts. Like the light is moving
from side to side as it's approaching.
Okay. He's not sure what that is. If something's walking, it would be almost like hanging from the end of a stick or something.
Right, but it's almost like a 2 to 3 foot swing visually.
Wow.
But it's in seconds, so it's literally swings over and it swings back about this pace, coming toward you.
Okay.
And covering about 10 feet.
Is it
distance.
changing its direction to come towards us?
It seems like it's still beelining directly for you.
Okay. I'll then just keep on cranking and.
Yeah. He says just like the Knight Rider, the light going.
Yeah. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Or Cylons, could be Cylons. We do have a mech. But okay, so after a little while, you see that the form is rather burly, but not much over 7 feet tall. So it immediately is reminiscent of the Fargo pack.
The what?
The Fargo, the cats.
The capo.
But you've never seen one move like this. It's actually skating across the ice surface.
Oh.
And
Ice skating.
Right. What you didn't realize is that the species has 3 of its toenails are specialized. They fold under the foot. And when they, just like when a cat extends its claws, it extends 3 blades under each pad.
And it's
And it can skate. Yeah. And this thing is like a hockey skater. He's shifting his body weight from side to side as he's coming towards you.
Okay.
And it looks a bit like Tall Hollow, one of the tribal leaders from the Mountain Howl clan.
Okay.
Not supposed to see you. Not supposed to have anything to do with you.
I know.
But it's bearing directly on you.
Yeah. She kind of holds up her hand. I've been exiled.
He comes skating up. You're trying to like wave him off, like go away. You're not supposed to be here. And he comes skating up and does this hockey stop. Turns his body weight, and the blades catch into the ice, and he comes chucking to a stop. He looks down at you and says, "Alone you are. Where is Mountain Howl?"
Yesterday something happened. We were all together in a camp with this lean-to and another one facing it and a fire. When I woke up in the morning, Mountain Howl, Ice Shelf.
Where is he?
I do not know. Neither do I know. We had rescued 2 people that were on a flying ship that had downed on the mountain.
Of course, you realize he can't understand a word you're saying.
Oh.
Only thing you've heard him say, because you've heard Ice Shelf say it enough times, is he says the name Mountain Howl several different times.
Okay, she has to undo the thing, and then crank.
It's charged. I can just turn it on.
Okay, she turns it on.
As you do, you basically hear him reading.
So I lost
He's
my
reading.
ability to understand. Because I was granted the ability to understand in Elfland. Remember, you said I could understand everybody?
Yes, does not apply here.
Okay. I was hoping.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Mountain. I mean, he looks at he looks at you. He's basically lambasting Ice Shelf. He says, "Did that cur of a kitten leave you alone?
No.
How dare he? I'll have to flay his flesh from flay his fur from his bones."
Something happened that beyond his ability to control, beyond my ability to control, our camp was cut in half. We turned. The 2 of us.
The camp was cut in half. There's only 2 of you. That would need
There
just
was
you.
4 of us when we went to sleep. In the morning, there was 2 of us.
You found more of you?
Yes, we found 2 survivors of an airship.
This far
ship?
north?
Yes, it was crashed back by the tall pinnacle rocks.
Temple Rock?
I'm not sure what it is, but there was a great
This,
statue.
the hairless cat.
Yes, the great cat with
The great hairless cat.
with a person's face and a headdress, all white.
Yes.
Yes, that. We went by there, but some Urglucks were praying to it, and so we had to go around. We came here. We established camp, set up 2 lean-tos, fire in between. 2 and 2 we slept. Originally, Ice Hallwith was me, and the other 2, a paladin and his ward, were sleeping together in the other lean-to. When I woke in the morning, there was only the ward with me. The other lean-to was totally gone. There was no sign of it. There was no sign of even.
I see no sign of it now.
I know it's gone, and they disappeared, and there was a forest on the hill, and so we decided.
Forest?
We
Wait,
We
no
decided.
forest.
I know.
Ice. All the way to
today,
mountain.
no forest. Yesterday, forest. Yesterday, she and I walked into that forest. Then the paladin came to us from somewhere I don't know. When we got in the forest to pick up wood and pine cones, we turned around to come out and we couldn't get out. There was no camp.
I'm confused. You say
Yeah, I know, it sounds horrible.
you walked to forest, but forest from here is in mountains maybe 3 days?
We went to Elfland. Elfland, Fairyland.
Elfland, Inandra. Inandra south. Beyond Anchorage. Beyond the boundaries of Cryopathia. What are you talking about? You're sounding crazy. Have you started to develop the sickness?
What sickness? Okay.
Shock.
She's
Hypothermia.
No, we've been keeping warm. It's cold, but not much.
Brain gets cold enough to sleep forever.
I know about that. Okay, she's taking her pulse. No, the pulse is steady. I feel warm enough in my core. No, it's not hypothermia, not yet.
Then how you see forest?
And there was a forest full of pixies.
Are you a prophet?
Did I pop what?
Are you a prophet?
No. I
Speaker of
have a
visions.
seventh daughter, but I'm no prophet. That's an old wives' tale.
Uh-huh.
That's an old wives' tale. Look in my land, there's a story of, now, I thought at first I could be hallucinating, but what we went through, and I actually had a bath while I was there in hot water, and they scrubbed me clean. And
you sound like a crazy person.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Nonetheless, I do not come for this reason. I came to warn Ice Shelf.
That
Oh, yes. Since he's not here, you're not probably in so much trouble. But Urgluk accused him of stealing.
we stole nothing.
They say he stole from the naked cat statue.
Actually, we avoided it by hundreds of feet. I think he went up to it. I can't remember.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. She said, it's impossible to steal from a statue that's made totally of stone.
No, cat statue of alabaster.
Yeah, the alabaster sphinx.
Yes.
It's known as the
hairless
sphinx.
cat.
It's called a sphinx. It's supposed to represent the body of a lion and the head of a person.
Yes, and to we Fargo, it is abomination.
It is.
To Urgluk, it is
A god. They're praying to it.
right, the awakened spirit of the one who comes.
The one who comes.
Yes.
Okay. That cat, that statue is from my home world.
No, you only come since Candlefall.
I am telling you.
It has been here for many years.
In my home, that same statue.
Hey, Drifter. Everybody say hi, Drifter.
That same statue has existed for more than 10,000 years.
No, that statue has been here for more moons than I can. More passages of Helios than I
And it
can
is
number.
not the same as in my land. Because in my land, it was not made of white stone. It was made of the native stone of the desert.
So you stole it.
No, we would never touch it. It is a great monument to our past history. It is a great treasure of our past history. And it sits there today.
You're confusing me. Why would you
I don't-
hairless ones have an image of a hairless cat person thing?
We have once had a cat goddess called Bast from the same land. She was a cat goddess.
Now you're talking crazy again.
They had a cat goddess. Her name was Bast, and she was the goddess of fertility.
You seem angry.
He's angry.
You seem angry.
This is all.
He reaches into his pack and brings out a skin. He's holding it against his body, and he pulls it out and offers it to you. You can feel the warmth of it.
Thank you. And she takes a drink.
And it tastes a bit like warm bat piss. Yeah,
Like-
what you thought I said.
It's a warm what paste?
Bat piss. Does not taste good at all. But it is warm.
It is warm.
And as soon as you've imbibed any of it, you feel the warmth spreading through your body. And go ahead and make a Constitution save. We do have just an advisory for those of you that are viewing right now. Yes, we only have Gene, but Hart is on his way, or so we were told. Our other players are dealing with several different issues, and so we'll see him in a few moments. So she's trying to get the machine working before we deal with that, and along comes
That would
Tall Hollow.
be Constitution 6 and 11, 17.
Wow, good roll. Yeah.
Oh,
All
that's a
right.
good con.
It's some form of alcohol. You can tell that,
Yeah.
but the taste defies description. It is
Okay.
it is foul, but it's warm. It's like I suppose it'd be like drinking a really bad cup of Irish coffee.
Okay.
Really, really bitter, but with a weird
She
aftertaste.
said, thank you. That really warms you up. Okay. All I can say is, after what happened, After we rescued the people, we did see the great statue. We also saw Erglics playing around it. We went
Praying around it. You said praying. Genuflecting, yes.
Genuflecting.
Praying. I just praying. You said praying and then you said playing. I just making sure.
Praying. Before they were bowing down.
And this was before or after you saw the forest with the Eldrin?
Much before.
So the Eldrin didn't have anything to do with stealing of the...
Well, there were elves there, but more importantly, there were pixies.
Uh-huh.
In the tree.
What's a pixie?
A fairy folk. They're very, very small.
What's a fairy folk? I'm sorry, you're confusing me. I know what Eldrin are. I've met them.
Okay. Eldrin were there, but they were unable to go home because Oberon, the king of the fairy, said that the Great Gate had been destroyed.
Okay.
Look, I can only repeat what I heard. I had to go in.
Right, but you heard this in a forest that doesn't exist.
Yes. I was let in blindfolded because humans are
Let's get you warmed up because I'm not convinced that you haven't suffered from some form of hypothermia or whatever. So he starts to unpack his gear, and one of the reasons why he was taking such wide swaths is he also was dragging one of the travois, and so he's got a decent sized tent structure, and he gets to setting it up. He says, I want you to know, you did not meet me in the camp before because I was cast out before you.
Have they accepted you back in, or are you still...
I have not yet made it to Anchorage. I've been separate from the tribe from the Kith for more than 2 passes of Helios. So
that's about how long?
2 months.
2 months.
Basically, he was kicked out before the winter started.
Okay.
Anyway, he says, I've been waiting. I knew that my cousin wouldn't last long.
We had been doing well, though we were slowed down by the...
Yes, but he's been coddling you since then, and I knew that would not last.
Oh, I pulled my fair weight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Coddling me.
Well, yes, you have no hair, no fur. You must be protected.
Do you know, I was born and raised in lands like this.
Okay, I don't doubt that.
Which is why I was put
Many of your kind do live in the mountains and such, so yes, I'm not surprised.
I agree. I do not have my normal protections. I do have things that... I did have things that helped me survive.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave those up for the kids so that I would not be a hindrance.
Why would you be a hindrance?
You don't know about me.
What don't I know about you? You're making me curious now.
This is between one person and another being truthful. I am another.
You're another what?
I'm one of the other. Did you hear the call by the angel?
I don't listen to bird people.
Okay.
Even
but
if
he
they're
talked
magically
about
enhanced.
Nycosians banding together, putting aside their differences, and stopping the others.
Yes, whatever the others are his petty problem. I'm not worried about that.
Well, they're...
Are you
starting to say they are.
Are you saying you're dangerous?
Currently, no. I cannot have any...
When will you be dangerous?
When an enemy confronts me that will not back down.
That's anybody who fights to defend themselves.
I understand. But that's not my main function with the group that I was with.
What group were you with? I only know of you with the Kith.
The rest were killed on the mountain by Erglics. And I was rescued by somebody, I don't know who. I was too badly hurt. And they took me to your encampment. Because I'm one of these others, and your camp knows of this, the things that I wore that were my protections against the cold were a danger to them if I was to go forward with them into the city, because I would be recognized as an other and they'd be recognized as helping me. So I burned those.
How do you come to have in your possession this metal box?
Yes, this metal box was a working robot, mechanical worker. It is a mechanical device that does work.
Nimble right?
God, she's trying to remember from the name.
Gnomes build nimble rights.
Gnomes? You have gnomes? I mean,
Why would I not know what gnomes are?
well, I only know them from stories.
Yes, but you also see invisible forests.
I walked in the forest. We were almost killed by a hag. She dominated the young wizard, who does strange things with her hands and gets lights to appear. And then the paladin, who's her keeper, the cat, Ice Shell.
Mm-hmm.
He was good at keeping us going and going around the great statues.
I still want to know why do you have the metal box? And how did you get it here?
It walked here.
It what?
It walked here. It walked here, but it's running out of it's running out of power. It's running out of its. It's like if there was a fire.
He walks over and knocks on it. Pang, pang, pang. I hear nothing.
I know it's not working. Which the box does, and I crank it like this, I can give it power back. And that's what I've been doing, trying to get a power back, because it's a great help. And I was going to build an igloo.
And what were you going to build the igloo out of? You were on basically ice. How were you going to cut into the ice?
Well, here's saws being cut.
Who has saws? Ice Shelf? Ice Shelf is gone.
No, not him. Metal man. This metal.
The metal box.
This metal thing right here. Yeah, the cylinder and legs. Yeah.
Oh, those are legs.
Those are legs, but he fell down on them. He's like, I think he's totally out of power. He should have had 2 days left. Anyway, if you will help me, we'll get warm. And
Okay, well, I'm not letting the metal box inside of my tent.
he doesn't need to be. I don't think, unless he's frozen. She will cover him.
Drifter's going, a robot? She used the word robot because she's a Terran. She's from Earth. As far as what he is, that's part of this mystery. He is... Yes, there was a flying machine. There's actually an airship as well. Those weren't actually not two the same thing. So yes, there's a lot going on here. So the metal box, you say, was functioning, and it isn't.
Yeah.
Why do you have the little wire? And is that a music box?
No.
How is it that I hear you?
Because it allows my speech to be turned into your speech.
I don't sound like that. But you don't sound like that. I hear these that you make, and the box makes other sound.
Yes.
It sounds like man.
Does it?
Okay, parts systems reboot. The boy's being knocked on from the outside. He's looking up into the face of an 8-foot tall cat he doesn't recognize. Ice Shelf is nowhere to be seen within your proximity. Valara is standing beside you, talking to you, using the winding box, trying to charge you. So you have basically 31 hours and 15 minutes, because she's been going for 2 hours with the winder. She's giving you an extra 15 minutes.
That's not
Introduce your character
right?
name. I know, we had to drop you in fast. Character name, class, race, and what you would do if truly left alone out here. Heart. Using your 5 words.
Heart. Heart help. Fixing.
That'll do it.
Trust heart. Heart help fix.
Nice. Alrighty. So, all of a sudden, heart help fixing. Of course, the cat leaps back,
Oh,
draws his weapon.
heart.
Heart.
Like the glow from his optic unit kicks on.
You were. I couldn't.
It actually almost visually looks like a blink because it turns on and turns back off, but it's doing its reboot. It's check.
It does the old Windows thing. A little rainbow passes across. Ding, ding, ding.
Nice.
Oh, well, it's. You don't have to worry. This is hard. And I told you it was a helper.
Hey, helper. Why is it carrying that big block of gear? What is that? I see that you
Salvage from the airship.
Oh,
Wood.
you did say there was an airship.
Yeah.
Now at least I can understand.
And a door. I have a huge metal door.
Oh, that's right. You strapped the metal door. That's what you're using as the frame. Well, that's the base that you put everything on top of. So.
Yes, that's the base we use to put everything on top of.
So he looks at the when you draw attention to the door, he goes, "You did steal from the temple."
That's not a temple, it's a wreck. That door was hanging off its hinges.
Above the naked cat.
Console?
What's he talking about? What does that term mean?
Console. Holding the door. Console. Fixing console.
So it took it. So it's our thief.
Hard help
Not a
fixing.
thief. That was Terran, not Erglik.
I'm sorry?
That was Terran, not Erglik. That whole facility was Terran once.
No. It's been Erglik for generations.
Could someone, just for my sake,
Sure.
redefine the scene real quick?
Yeah. Okay. So we are basically where you stopped to camp 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Last week we were at a bit of an impasse because half the party didn't show up. So I introduced them to let's just put it this way. They found a temporal echo that took them to...
One of those.
Yes, they went and visited Nycos.
Oh. I have to break it again?
Before. No. They like I said, it was an echo.
Well, that's a
John, I
good
can't
spot.
stop until it's there. It's gone. It's got to go to that one place.
Nice.
So we had a trip into Elfland or Feyland.
He says you're obviously needing a floppy drive grind.
Did you meet Honeydew?
No.
No.
But they did find the other group. The other group has Mulberry's grandson. Not my grandson. Godson. He's a human that was raised by Holly Mulberry.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, that was last week. So this morning when she woke up, she was by herself and
And you weren't working.
right.
So I cranked on you for a while to see if I could give you juice. And then he came along, ice skating on his claws.
And he is.
I'm Tall Hollow.
Tahala?
Tall Hollow.
Tall Hollow.
Tall Hollow. Mountain
Hollow.
Mountain Howl. Well, he's actually
Mountain Howl.
Mountain Howl. He was actually tossed out of Mountain Howl's tribe before.
And he is a
Fargol.
Argo. Same as
And what you
Right.
what you discovered from him showing up is that one of the things that was not revealed to you is that by the Mountain Howl clan is that there's somebody coming in. You gonna join us?
Nah, so someone forgot their drink and they told me they were heading back here, so...
Was that you? Did you forget your?
no, I mean, maybe he's in the restroom right now.
Okay.
Maybe that's where he went.
Okay, could be. We are still missing 2 players, and one of them Matt's out and Sakura's out. It was him.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
good.
good.
Nice to see you.
I see you too.
Go ahead and have a seat on that side since we've got confirmation that Matt isn't going to be here, and I thought you're okay. We got confused. The other player was going to that plays your
Ward?
your ward isn't going to be here, so
The paladins. right
yes.
here.
So welcome for getting here. So now I got to reset the stage again because he literally just got here. So this is kind of funny. So during the night, your sleeping materials, because of what's her name borrowing your blankets, once again, the next night, your blankets are gone. So you go, yes. So you go looking for them. You expect to find her curled up against the mortal, but she's not there. So you go looking. But the snows are drifting and such, and without any real knowledge of where you are, pretty soon you're basically away from camp and you can't see anything. And it's before dawn, you can't even find your way back, except that you see a glow of light and it's swinging back and forth, coming in your direction. So thinking that it must be your friends looking for you, you start heading towards the light. The light eventually stops moving, but you continue to press forward. As you press forward, you can hear your machine friend say, "Heart helping fixing," at several different times, trying to speak to the third person in the group that you don't recognize. It's another Fargol. It's a taller one than Ice Shelf. He's almost 8 feet tall, big burly fella, and he's talking earnestly, as rapidly as he can, and she's sitting winding in her little box, trying to charge.
Well, him.
So as you walk up, she's still winding her box, even though he's already talking. You're trying to figure all of that.
So she'll stop, unplug.
How many hours did you say I had left?
31 hours and 15 minutes.
Yes.
So I have gone down from 47 and a half to
31 and
31.
31:15.
Does he have a sleep mode?
Yeah, apparently. He's only been out for 17 hours, and
What's
you
your
guys have
name
been
again?
going for 2 days. But
Or Lester?
Lester, last name.
Mo.
no, he just have
Son of Lyclor.
yeah,
Son of
Lyclor?
Lyclor.
So as you approach the cat, who has his weapons drawn, because this thing started talking and she kept saying that this metal box was helping her, and then the metal box starts to move, and the cat person is drawing weapons, responding to the sound. He sees you now approaching. He's like,
She goes like this.
ambush?
Please, no, please. This is one of the people we rescued. This is a paladin?
Yes.
I'm not sure what a paladin is. She's using the box.
Oh, he puts the blades away. He says, "Are you of the Brotherhood of Devotion?" At 3rd level, you get to choose. I don't know if you've.
Oh, I was going to do vengeance.
Okay, so you would just answer no.
No, I'm not.
Oh, she claims to have been rescued by a paladin of devotion, so I thought maybe it was you.
Oh, I just hit a paladin and
If you were saved, and you say you're another, and you're still alive, you must have been a paladin of devotion. Only one of those misguided fools would have rescued you.
or how about a paladin of redemption?
Perhaps they might not have taken your stuff.
Because people who believe in redemption believe that all can be saved eventually.
Maybe. You know a lot about paladins for somebody who just now was stumbling over the word paladin. Be careful.
There was
You're using player knowledge there, sweetheart.
well. So she's thinking about she has gaming knowledge. They played a lot of games.
She played D&D.
She played D&D.
She played D&D.
Long ago. That's pretty fun.
And they played a lot of things. They also played Mech Tech and Mech Warrior.
Okay.
So anyway,
Don't go there. But anyway, okay. So,
back here.
Yes,
Okay.
back here.
This is Lester, son of
Like lore.
Lord. Hart.
He thumps his chest twice and raises his fist forward like that.
He, like us, were thrown out of the kin for transgressions. I guess they wouldn't throw you out unless you didn't transgress. We're going to need to find a way.
I was sent out because we are more than 100.
Oh, so when your population reaches 100, one of the older members.
What's that?
Yes, actually, by the rules of the kith, whoever gives birth to the kitten that drives us over that number is supposed to sacrifice that kitten. But it was my nephew, and so I volunteered to leave rather than lose him.
Would you like to accompany us?
No, she's crazy.
Yes.
Heart.
Wait. You know we were in Elfland yesterday. He just doesn't believe that.
There are no elves north of Inandra, and Inandra is more than 3 rises of Helios south of us. So.
Oh, is it daytime yet?
No.
It is daytime.
Still 6
But
days.
no
left before
sun
the
over
Still-
the edge.
Okay.
Not, you keep trying to accelerate it, but it's still 9 days.
I'm just trying to keep track of
Still 9 days.
where how long I have to stretch out 2 days
Yeah.
of power.
9 days.
We are missing your ward.
There is you're missing my ward.
And she's missing. And Ice Shelf is gone too.
And Ice Shelf is gone too.
Where?
When I woke up this morning, there was myself.
Again?
Not even you. What happened to you?
She stole my
I was
blanket.
laying in the snow.
She stole my blanket again. He went looking for his blanket. Got caught in the wind. And
I think we should tie her up at night.
I wanted to do that too, but she can pick my handcuffs.
Okay. What we have to do now is you are going to give us.
I've built you this tent. You can stay in this tent.
Thank you.
Thank you kindly.
Because I won't leave until we find her. And him. It's wrong. Never leave a man behind.
Well, I will save you some challenge. You can stay here as long as you wish. I will go in search of my nephew and the missing girl.
She's an elf.
Of course she is. You got her from the magic forest.
No,
She
was on board the ship. with
I
him.
brought her here.
The ship with all the wreckage he's carrying.
Yes.
Not all.
Oh,
Oh, bits and pieces.
the parts that weren't burnt. We accidentally left our fire going for too long.
You burned your ship.
Well, it already crashed.
You were well motivated.
What? Say again?
When Cortez reaches the New World, he burns his ships and he found his crew very well motivated. Movie quote. But
I don't know that. What movie is that?
Historical quote.
the Hunt for Red October.
Oh, that's been a long time.
Hart, to emphasize his point, will pull out maybe one of those wooden pegs that you use to secure a lanyard.
Belaying pin.
Yeah, that. Hart help fixing.
Thank you.
Puts it back in the pile.
Helps what?
Hard help fixing. That's his.
I do. We may have a shared delusion of being.
Don't tell me you went to Elfland too.
It is possible.
Well, you are a walker, so I didn't expect much more than that.
Just a moment. This is not an illusion. She pulls back her furs. for a moment. This is pink, clean skin. I haven't been this clean in a long while. Like that.
I reach into my
Is she actually
bag.
clean?
She is.
Oh.
Scrubbed clean as a whistle.
Pink. She's scrubbed pink.
I reach
That
into
wasn't
my
her
bag
original skin color.
No.
No, she was tan.
and
And the tan is gone. She's down to pink skin.
pull out an apple.
Where did you get that? This is not season 4 trade.
Apparently, we did go to Elfland. Unfortunately.
You brought apple from Elfland?
Yes, it was.
I don't
It's a
know.
dubious gift. It was given to me by a hag.
She said hag. She said you fought hag. Nearly died.
But we didn't fight the hag. We would have
No,
died.
she would have killed us.
We took the hag to court, basically. Legally.
There's no
We fought it.
machine. Did you go to Elfland?
No, he didn't go. He was lost.
It was me, the ward, and the pink one.
So you left the robot alone. The box.
And
Using
the
your
ward-
robot.
I
He's
was
gonna make a
searching-
sad sound go blue.
I was searching for my ward. I'm sorry for leaving you.
All right. Well, you guys stay here. I'll go skate a circular pattern. I'll be back before the night phase begins.
So she will go ahead and pile up snow around the edge of the tent to seal down all the edges. And
I guess. Well, he's doing that, or she's doing that. I'm gonna see if I can attune my holy healing lay on hands to heart.
We try to use healing power on a
No,
machine.
robot, yeah.
All right. Go ahead. And, what would be the amount of healing you would do?
Right now, you're level 2, right?
Yeah.
He has a maximum of 10 points.
Yeah.
So how much of that power do you want to tap into? And are you going to use it directly, or are you going to try to use it to cure? Because you can actually cure disease or cure poison with it. So what functionality do you want to try to use?
I'm gonna try to do healing.
And how much are you going to pump into it?
I'll start off with one. Because I don't know how much you can
One?
take.
Okay, so roll percentage dice for me. And don't tell me what it is, but you roll percentage dice as well.
So it's
Give me
a.
my plate right here.
Okay.
You're not supposed to know.
I have
Oh.
to know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like being part of these
Oh.
percentage rolls.
I know you love these. These are your favorites.
13.
13. So with that 13, do you consider that roll to be higher or lower than what he rolled?
I'm gonna say lower than what you.
You get 60 seconds more time.
1 whole minute,
Hmm.
But he doesn't.
31 hours.
You do. Nothing.
Heart fixing.
I'm trying. Okay.
Oh, nice. Pat Morita.
So he's gonna do his battery gauge and just like hardly. There's
I
no
wouldn't even
less
notice.
than a pixel of difference.
Alright, I'm gonna try to shoot 4 more.
Okay. First roll percentage dice. Higher or lower? What'd you roll?
56.
56. Is that higher or lower than what he rolled? You're in the middle. It's a fun place to be.
Yeah. I'm gonna say higher.
It's lower. You actually feel the static feedback into your ow, and you take the point. You take one of those points of damage. Next check.
1 point.
Yep.
Does he keep going after he gets?
No, this is 4 at a time. He's got to do all 4.
That was the first point. Keep going.
Hmm.
36.
Higher or lower?
I'm gonna say he's higher.
Is he?
I am.
Okay, if he's higher, then you got one more 60 more seconds. Again?
How long is this taking to do?
This is all instantaneous. It's just,
Okay.
once again, how D&D slows things that are really instantaneous down.
35.
Is it higher or lower?
I'm gonna say he's higher.
Oof. That was a close one. I am higher.
That's 2. They get 2 minutes back. One more time.
79.
Higher or lower?
I'm gonna say he's lower.
Nope.
Okay, so you get feedback and take point of damage. So you took 2 and gave 20. Gave
We have one more.
no, it's 4.
No, this is the third one.
No, first one he took damage.
Mhm.
Next 2 he succeeded, and you got back 60 seconds each. And the 4th one he took damage again.
No, but the first one was a separate one.
Then you
First
get
one
4
succeeded.
more.
Okay. No, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's I'm saying it right.
It doesn't matter.
You
It's
gained,
1 minute. It's
you
fine.
gained 3 minutes total.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. You gained a total of 3,
Okay.
and he's taken 2 points of damage.
That seems like a great equivalent exchange.
Don't worry, I'll get it right eventually.
I guess our ice towel was kind of on the small side of.
Hart is going to use his saw blades to
Now cut through the permafrost and make some bricks
to make some bricks to lay on the.
to start building the actual igloo thing that she was
Right.
already talking about.
Are we actually planning on staying here out of character? Is that the thing?
Until ice shelf comes back, or you find out what happened to him.
Then he won't do much, but he'll make like a 2-brick high.
Well,
around.
It'll take a while to do
she'll
so.
show you how to trim the block. Because if you start just setting block, she says no. She takes off the second row of block. She then bevels the top edge, and then canters them, and then kind of pushes it together in a circle. So
She's trying to teach you the science of it.
of building an igloo. So you cut square the first time, and then you put it up.
We don't
I'm just
actually
gonna wave his
there.
hand away. He scientifically
Yeah, exactly.
cuts them correctly so that they fit without air creases.
Yeah, and then the last thing you do
And then
is
he
smooth
puts
it
some-
over with
He
snow.
puts
I
some
can just,
snow
I
on.
can imagine it being like Hart helping.
He puts some snow on and then melts it a little bit so that it solidifies in between.
Nice.
I guess I'm gonna go.
Then she sets a fire
Look for some game.
down in the pit where you dug the ice
If
chunks
there's
out.
any
of.
tracks or anything.
We're down lower.
You're on a tundra plateau.
More
You
than
can
likely.
see for 5 or 10 miles, basically in any direction. There's really there isn't even the forest
But
you
you
thought you
see-
saw yesterday.
Wait, think of Alaska plains. The mountains are behind us, and there's just
The
this.
mountains are off to your left because you're facing south.
Okay.
You were trying to head south.
Anchorage was to the south?
Yeah.
I thought we were going northwest.
Okay. You're going northwest, but because you followed his original track, he took you too far north of that, so you're trying to move back. You're still going west, but you're going south of west.
Okay,
South of west.
we're trying to get back on track.
Right.
Sure, anyway.
But you haven't moved. For
I
2
don't
days
know
now.
why these people cannot stay put at night regardless of what happens.
Oh, I guess I should
Okay,
eat my apples.
we need to check on rations. We'll have to go slow on them.
Which, as you say that, he's pulling out his fresh, ripe apple. He's like getting ready
I
to bite
would-
into it.
I wouldn't need that.
Well, I did cast
Eat
Purify
it.
Food and Water, so if it's poisonous, hopefully you won't.
It came from a magical place. It could be more than just.
You don't know about magic at all.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I don't. Except that girl wiggles her fingers and lights.
She may know the ancient tale.
Right, but
of
she
a
knows
certain
about
Snow
about
White.
hags.
Snow White. You know.
And she knows about hags. She knows about the myths of hags and stuff like that.
And apples. They go together like,
Yes,
like
exactly.
murder and poison.
Yes.
Heart.
Hart's gonna go through the
I like the
tech.
apple. I lick the apple.
You lick it?
Yes.
Just
Eyes.
Yes.
It. The little waxy feeling.
Alright. I take a small nibble and
Break the skin of the apple?
yes.
Okay. Get that sharp, bitter, cyanic taste.
I'm gonna wait 15 minutes before I eat.
Okay. So you're messing with that for 15 minutes. You're doing.
I'm gonna go through the tech stuff.
You're after you finish building the wall. 'Cause you're building the wall.
After the wall. So however long.
So you're out there correcting him on the building of the wall, and then he kind of shoves you aside. And he basically motions where he's going to build it, and you realize that he does understand the engineering of it.
Yeah. So what she'll do is get some wood. She'll get it down in the pit area where we took a lot of the blocks out of, so we don't have to build so high. We dig down,
Fair
take
enough.
it out, build it up.
He,
Once they close it off,
if she was planning on starting a fire in there, correct?
absolutely.
So
But the smoke hole goes off to the side.
when that happens, he'd probably try to guide you to not start the fire and instead put the tent down in the hole, because it doubles the amount of cover that you have and increases the keep of warmth. He explains all of this in his 4 words very eloquently.
And it takes some time, so let's go ahead and make a
The
wisdom
problem
save
is-
for interpretation.
Is this
How's
a
it?
tent with a floor?
Yes.
Says you can't put down and then put down a fire.
Okay.
You know, they could use it to lay out on the ground.
If you're talking about building a fire inside of an igloo, you're going to be building it into the side wall anyway, right?
No, it's put down in the bottom of it, and they have a raised bench, so they cut the deepest part out in the center. The fire's put there, and they have a bench part that they've left.
Right, he's just
they
trying-
spread the furs or the covering down on that bench, and they sleep on the bench.
Okay, but you have a kith tent. The kith tent provides temporary warmth for that purpose. So you wouldn't necessarily take the tent down to put it inside of the structure if you're building this thing. So as you're building, you're not going to start a fire while you're building
No.
it either. So you've got to wait until
No,
it's
I have to
completely
wait
built.
until it's built.
There we go. So therefore, this
Yeah, she'll
entire
take the-
conversation should be obviated by the fact that you're still building the structure. Now, once it comes to that, you can discuss whether or not you take down the tent and put it inside this completed structure or not.
Yeah.
And it also depends on how big you built the outside perimeters. I don't want to deal with all the microcosmics of this.
He just didn't want a fire built till it was done, or whatever we were going to do.
I understand. Big enough for all of us to get it there, not you, unfortunately.
Okay. Hard.
I can't see because there's a little crawlway.
He's building it. You can build it so the whole side is open. Like a,
And that's up to you. If you build it so you can get in, but the cat might not be happy.
Cat's not here.
cat's not
Cat's
part.
not here.
Cat's not part of the party. So.
Yeah.
Just for the room's edification, he's going to build a fairly large, maybe like a 15
Foot.
by 10.
No, it's round. 15 by 15.
You can make it oblong.
I'm making it however I want to make it. And I'm making square blocks, so it's going to be square. Also, if he makes it deep enough, he can put this door on top of it. Because it's a 8.5 by 10 foot door. 10 foot by 8 foot door. Big door. That makes a good roof.
Do I have any reactions? I'm chewing it.
No.
I'm gonna swallow that piece.
Okay. Chewing a piece of a single piece of apple skin for 10 minutes.
15.
Anything more than 2 or 3 minutes, it will dissolve in your mouth. You're
Oh no, that's how you do the edibility test.
Oh, okay.
So, just,
And
He's checking each time, am I dying?
it's
Am I
like
dying?
the numbness is blistering.
I might be dying.
Right. Are you a cleric? Oh, you're a paladin.
Paladin.
So you're immune to poison anyway.
Not yet.
Okay. But you will be. Okay.
Soon.
All right. Doesn't have any effect.
Right.
So,
Well, I'm gonna eat it in like 7 hours.
okay, he's going to nibble on his apple all day long.
7 hours.
Well, I know. I mean,
the willpower of this man.
After you swallow a small piece, you have to wait 7 hours, and if you get violently sick between that time, And you know it's
the apple.
poisonous. If you don't, then you can eat it.
Okay.
Supposedly.
All right. So you're busy grinding on your apple. You're busy building walls.
Are you busy?
Yes, take the wood that I can. I get it down in the hole before it's finished and just arrange it and have it all set up. Think about how I want the sleeping arrangements.
Right.
We'll
Right.
probably have to sleep 3.
After
Depending, 2 and 2 if we have all of us together.
majority of the day has gone by, and you're in your momentary, walking around perimeter because you were looking for herd animal stuff. You do see a darkening of the horizon within. I say horizon, but to the east of you, there is a darkening. Like the white field isn't as expansive as it used to be. It's almost like something is between you and the horizon, and you can't quite make it out, but it's all it's basically doing is it's a dark area on the snows moving towards you. It's probably at this point a quarter of a mile across. So I'm looking at the horizon line of just sheer white. There's a span of a couple inches that's just darkness moving towards you.
I notify the party. Like,
Okay.
hey guys.
She comes up
yes.
and looks. She puts on her goggles. She looks again to see because there's slip.
Goggles?
Yeah, she had goggles.
Okay.
I did mention them before. She had goggles that are like snow goggles,
Right.
so that she could cut out the glare.
Right. Yep. Okay. So there is no glare because there's not yet
It's
any
just dark.
There's no stun.
sunrise yet. So
She's
they don't really help that much as far as that's concerned.
Hart's
Okay.
gonna try to scan with some sort of sensor.
Okay. So your motion detectors indicate something is moving laterally, indirectly moving towards you.
there's a great big beast up
Indirectly
here.
moving towards us.
Yeah. So it's like a group of whatever they are, group of.
That's food.
They
moves.
will cross across us.
Yeah, they
some
will.
point.
The group will eventually. It almost, from a visual standpoint, it kind of looks like a storm front moving across your
Think
region.
of a thundering herd of giant bison
Mm-hmm.
or
And
musk
they're-
ox.
But they're also moving laterally towards us. But
Yeah.
they're-
So they're
it's
kind of
like,
sleeping.
it's like
this
they were
way.
meandering in a circular pattern, moving towards you. It's the way a herd would move.
Yeah.
and it is coming fast.
We
No,
need
not
to
fast
take
at all.
one.
It's just moving in your direction.
We took one before, but we took it into the camp
And
it was much rejoicing.
after about 15, 20 minutes, you're able to discern the discrete size of each of these beasts is somewhere above the 10.5 to 2 ton range for many of them. There are also smaller ones, but that's the biggest
Do
of
you have
them.
any range weapon?
And
I have javelins.
Huh?
I have javelins.
A javelin?
Yeah.
One and done. That's no good.
basically they look like a 6-legged oxen, and
Kind of a-
the horns go out kind of like a musk oxen. They go out at this short curve that brings them back towards the head, but they're bulky. They're not thin like a cow's horn.
They're the
Hey, Hart. Can you dig a trench? A hole? Like a big hole?
He's looking at the hole in the
He
ground.
looks at the big hole he's been working on all
Well,
day
we-
with the stones around
but,
it.
but,
said-
yeah, but that doesn't have
Art,
another hole.
Like a pitfall. Could you make a pitfall?
He looks at the big hole he's already
Yeah,
dug.
but she would have to use her translator for you to talk.
no,
No.
No, he understands.
He understands.
I understand common and term.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I think we can catch one of these if we just.
But
Pick
for
up-
him to talk to you, you'd have to turn your device.
Yeah, we got. Don't take out the big bulls. Don't take out the big cows. We're going to look for a young adult to older cow.
Well, they're going to cross they're literally going to walk through your camp
Yeah.
unless you get a fire. But they're going to walk right through where you are.
All right.
Oh, they could walk right
Art's
through.
gonna point at one of the javelins that you have in
Yeah.
your pack.
We're gonna put them into the ground, okay?
He's gonna put it and jam it underneath into where the ground meets the blocks, so that it
Apex.
can be put down underneath into the hole where the butt is, into the hole, and get a second. How many do you have?
I've got 4 left.
So we'll take 3 of them, put one here, one here, one here, and then use the door to pinch them down so that they're stuck out and they're firm enough, held down by his weight, that anything coming into it will get
Gotcha. So you're
skewered.
creating basically a shield wall with spikes for that 3 foot or for that 10-foot range. Basically, 'cause
Yeah.
the spikes are going to be pointed out diagonally away from the center one.
Well, like hopefully straightforward, so that if one runs up on it,
Gotcha.
they will be. So if he's going to motion heart, help,
In the hole?
fix.
Okay.
Okay.
But heart's going to be staying in the hole, holding the door down to keep the
The mass against the base of the
right, so that they don't get
javelins.
pushed out of the way.
Okay.
Then it's your guys' job to run them
She
into it.
takes your bow, but she doesn't have the big arrow, so she'll do what she can with a smaller bow, maybe from the entrance of the where you crawl out.
Okay.
Dragon. Shoot. Go back
Then
and shoot.
Heart's going to push her out
Push her out where?
out of the hole that he's sitting in with the spears.
Because it's not finished. We didn't
Oh.
finish the structure.
Oh, we haven't been.
Well, he's
Okay.
he's
Fine.
hoping for you guys to push them into it so that we can skewer one on one of the spears.
well.
But he's standing in the way of danger. If you guys stand here, there's a high likelihood you'll be trampled.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then.
I want to get one
The
of the
animals
claws.
also wouldn't run over the wall.
Unless something's driving
Yeah.
them towards it.
Right.
Well, I want to get one of the big cloths that you have and cover the hole. So
Okay.
so they'll just kind of run over it and then skewer themselves.
so where?
So you pull the tarp and you're trying to pull the tarp over Hart, who's standing in the hole.
Yeah.
Or you're going to wrap it around it.
Just like kind of flat, like
He's
like,
he's towering over the top of the hole
Oh.
when he's standing in the hole because he's dug down about 6 feet down.
but he's
so the top of it, so the top of his
My head's just barely poking
is
out. above
domed
the-
over the top. So
it would hit part of him.
well, you could cover. The thing is that you could cover him up. You don't know how his sensors work anyway, and so you have no idea about that. But you could cover him up. If you did that, then the animals wouldn't see the hole at all. And they would
Heart,
just see the
heart
roots.
help.
We
Heart's
have
going to
move
go up and
further out of the
pantomime.
No.
He's going to stand in front of the thing and point at you, make the horns with his lifter arms,
Nice.
and then go, boom, and then run, away from something, and in between the spikes, go,
Oh,
getting you guys, get one to run onto the spikes.
I think I know what you're saying.
All of this motion at this distance from the herd has actually caused the herd's course to change because they see all that action and don't know what that nonsense is. But the herd's circular motion, because they're still rotate, they basically, the older ones walk in a circle around the young ones, and the young ones feed where they basically tore up the soil. So as they move towards you, they just change their direction so that the herd's not aiming directly where you are.
There's no old ones or sickly
Never
ones.
mind.
There's no old ones that are like limping behind.
There are, well, okay. Again, this is the general structure. There may be one or two of the elder ones, but most of those that will actually fall behind the herd's movement, and you guys are on the leading edge right now
Okay.
as they're moving
We
forward.
might just need to wait until they move through before we take one.
Yeah.
A straggler.
You want to split up, and then we can like flank them.
No. What are you going to use for a weapon?
I've got my sword and another javelin.
Or get. Okay.
Heart's pointing
And
at
we-
the spears
we're just-
that he's already
we're gonna
set up and
lead him.
planted.
We're gonna lead them into the hole.
Okay. We will withdraw how far is it to any sort of big drift or
Across the tundra, you really don't see any. Not within the line of sight of where you are. You'd have to walk back almost 2 days to get back to the last parts of the Black
so at
Rock.
this point,
Pause real quick.
I'll show you.
Pause.
She takes out a tarp that is, you've seen her use it before, got white on one side and then snow pattern.
It's her camo blanket.
So we're gonna go underneath that,
Pause.
off to the side.
In meta, do you guys understand Hart's idea?
Yeah, we're trying to lead him into the
To get
fall.
stabbed on the
Yeah.
streets. Do you understand Hart's idea?
Yeah, I understood that. I mean, it's quite obvious
See-
that either it's a protection or it's actually will take one out. The steel door is such a big thing and strange that it might just avoid it.
The
But
steel
I
door is not
understand-
visible. It's
No.
down in the pit.
Okay,
and he's mostly covered up with the cloths.
okay.
Well, partially.
So, but I'm
That
just,
I
I'm just saying
understand,
that.
but the point is,
Right.
we can't stand to be overrun by the big ones.
Right. The point is that he would need your help to run one on. So
Yeah.
if you're going to attack, it's not the same way that you did it before.
Yeah.
It would be you
So say-
helping to get one.
So
secured.
say this is Hart and this is the herd.
I just want to make sure it's understood. You can still choose
He's gonna-
whatever you want to do. I just wanted to make sure that his plan at least was understood.
Right.
Yeah,
So
your plan has been clearly presented. I understand it. And she doesn't really want to bring them to it, but she wouldn't mind the herd passing and settling down and catching something on the outside edge that might be.
Well, and for clarity, that is the only way she learned to hunt them from
Right. I'm
the ice
just.
shelf.
That's why I was just making sure that it was understood
Yep.
and that we were making different decisions.
No, I
That's
think,
fine.
yeah.
My problem is that the arrows I have are just not the same killing arrows that they allowed me to use when I took one down.
Right, because she used the clan arrows.
So, alright. Say this is the herd, okay? This is Hart. We're gonna be like right here, and then if you're on the other side, right here, and
If you want, I've got the model for her up there.
oh,
No. There you go, the little Mac. Yeah, there you go. It's not little by any stretch, but
alright.
We're getting
So-
closer.
Say this is Hart. Alright. And we're on the outside,
it's a little taller than you are. But
and we wait until
Wider.
like say one or two of the smaller or the weaker ones, the older ones, or
Whatever.
and we wait until the main group passes, and then we kind of force these into a little trap.
I would think it would be better just to get as much of the herd to go over the trap as possible, because the more of that are running across, the less likely the ones directly behind them are going to see the spikes. We only need one to get skewered, so you might as well get as many to go over the trap and have the possibility as
Well, that's
possible.
it. 2 people alone.
Okay, we can do that.
We can try, but
Because there's no other way we could take one down feasibly without
But you-
setup in the stronger herd.
avoid the big nails. Avoid the big nails and the mothers. You have to
Well, I'm
aim.
not avoiding nothing.
Fine.
I have no choice. It's up to
Yeah.
you guys.
Kind of want. So when they're coming, we just want to box them in, so that
To
they.
you, she turns
uh,
on the box and said, "Do not anger the big males or the mothers.
Alright.
Do not take a young calf that most likely is nursing. You gotta take a youngster or a weakling." So that is what the hope to do.
so you guys are now they're gonna sprint away, basically run away from the encampment to try to get past them because the like I said, the herd has already changed its direction from all the motion as far as you guys moving around. They're now drifting away. They're not drifting directly at you any longer.
Then we're gonna have to follow
I'm gonna try to
them.
cut them off. Yes.
So you're gonna run out in front of them.
Yeah.
And what are you doing?
She'll stand. She'll move to over here with
So behind the herd.
behind them.
So you're in front of the herd and you're gonna be behind the herd.
Well, more of a kind of like a diagonal flank,
That's
so
fine.
that if somebody
That's
cuts off,
But you're I'm just saying clarification.
Yeah.
You're trying to create a bottleneck with 2. That's
Yeah.
this is
I know.
all right. So
When-
you go sprinting out in front. Do you have any survival skill? Is it bubbled in for you?
It is. Not.
Okay. Do you have animal handling at all?
No.
Do you have, what would be the third one that might...
Fire?
Intimidation?
You can try intimidation when you get in a position, but I'm looking for any possible warning signs that might be letting you know this is...
A bad idea.
What she told you specifically was stay away from the big ones and stay away from the mamas. But I already described that the way they move is they put the moms and the dads, the big bulls, on the perimeter and they walk in a circle. So going out in front of them, that's all you're going to run into are the mamas and the papas, so to speak.
So, my thing was to wait
So
until we got
you're about no.
settlers.
I didn't know. The thing is that I just was checking whether or not there was anything that could have helped you.
No.
But really, there isn't. So he's bravely going to stand out in front of them. Now you said to fight them or to kill one.
Intimidate.
You were going to. Well, I know, but you'd have to draw your weapon, and a paladin's way to intimidate is. Varlet, I will destroy thee, right? And you're a vengeance paladin, so your idea of intimidation's got to be pretty aggressive. Sword and shield is what you have to work with, right? So you're going to attempt to intimidate.
Do you have any like power to call light? Any visual, sound, auditory, thunderous might?
I've got thunderous smite.
That only applies after the attack.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, attack
just-
the ground.
I'm just
and
gonna
big
bang
enough
my sword against my shield.
Yes. All right.
Type of.
So he's going out in front. You're going out behind.
This one, right?
Tangentially, and.
If you're in trouble, run to the
Oh.
Man, if I'm in trouble, I'm casting Shield of Fate.
You got my dice. That's a crazy thing to ask for, the game master to actually have dice. Why would I need those things? Those weird polygons after all. Where did my polygon? Where has my polygon? Would you do me a favor? Grab me the book that says
Would you care to
Nycos.
use my gyro elongated pentagonal black
which one?
pyramid?
I knew you were going to say that.
You're what?
Gyro
Say-
elongated pentagonal black pyramid.
Oh, yes, one of the,
Mathematical terminology for a 20-sided.
In terms of
Duodecagon.
Dodecagon?
duodecagon,
No.
double deca. Duodecagon, that's what they're called. The proper name for a 20-sided dice.
No,
No.
that's a 12-sided.
Twice.
No, that is a 2D plane that has 20 sides.
Dodecahedron is the word you're looking for.
What?
Icosahedron is a 20-sided.
Icosahedron?
Okay, well, let's all get into the math of it. I'm pretty sure it's also dodecahedron, but I think you're right about icosahedron as well. But alrighty, the herd comes to a virtual stop. The males and the rather large cows in the front kind of blink at you.
Peace yells to you, run
Alright.
now.
Make your intimidation check.
Tell me now.
A dodecahedron is one with 12 faces.
A dodecahedron.
13 plus 5, so 18.
18. You intimidate.
That's not a thing. According to
Intimidating?
D-U-O,
yeah, DUO is not
D-E-A,
correct.
D-E-C-A, H-E-D-R-O-N.
It would be dodecahedron. Duo is not. What you're thinking of, I think, is. Don't go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll figure it out.
Not that it matters at all.
Nope.
Not here.
Anyway, so you make your roll. The herd has already stopped. Now you're moved into position. With intention. Did they see you, or were you moving in
No,
stealth?
she's undercover. What she hopes to do is raise up, and flap the thing to drive them.
The males bellow, and the first three lower their horns and start to scrape the ground with their hooves.
Run towards the javelins. Oh, he doesn't understand me.
You got to shout that, and your box doesn't shout. Your box only speaks in common, and you're not anywhere near here, so you can't even see it. He has to make his own decisions. So don't.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. As you're casting, this is following your attempted intimidation. The three males that scrape the ground start trotting toward you. The rest of the females start to turn, and they're starting to bellow. Their bellow begins to echo across the herd.
How far am I from the first?
You are, well, how far would you have anticipated you've gotten before you, how close do you want to get to them before you start to intimidate them?
Probably when weapons range, or not weapons range, but like.
Okay,
like
so
30.
bow range would be anywhere below 300 yards.
Like
300, below 300 feet.
probably like maybe 100 feet, I guess.
Okay. So they're trotting forwards. They will be within the 60-foot charge range fairly quickly. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna run.
Towards
Right.
each other?
So you intimidate them and then immediately start running.
Yeah.
And you're running a direct path back towards your encampment or a circular path? Are you running perpendicular towards the animals, directly towards them, or obliquely away from them?
I'm gonna cut like a little diagonally.
Okay, so just a second.
Sorry.
Herd is moving roughly in this direction. This being the front.
Okay.
So you are out in front of them.
Yeah.
Pardon me for doing this. And she's back here someplace oblique to them. And you're shouting that you intimidated them, and now as you have gathered their attention, your course is going to be perpendicular to them, obliquely forward,
Or you're going to have to cut
acutely
this.
forward, or obliquely back, or acutely back.
I'm gonna do almost like parallel to them.
Okay, towards your encampment or away from your encampment?
Towards my encampment.
Yeah.
So like
Okay. Okay. That's where. Okay. That's actually towards the animals. Perpendicular would be 90
Away.
degrees.
This way.
So you're going this way, or this way, or this way.
Or this way.
So you want to go this way
Yeah,
towards.
That's a dry erase marker. Please draw the arrow in the direction, the curve that you wish to draw. If it's a straight line, it's a straight line.
maybe a little zigzag.
I'd go on the
Serpentine.
other side of encampment.
So you want us to run directly at them, then go right, and then direct.
Yeah.
You said a straight line. You have to run a
Oh,
straight
okay.
line.
No, he
with
can
the
curve. I just needed to know what he's going to do. The animals are going to respond to what he does because you'll be closing with them for the first 10 feet.
Yeah.
Which what makes their charge range occur a little earlier. Because you're closing.
Of course, you
Is
realize
diagonal the same as
Okay, so diagonal is.
yeah?
They're here.
Is it still like
Perpendicular is
up?
this. Well, if you're moving purely diagonal, it's 5 feet per hex, no
Okay.
matter what.
okay? And yeah, like serpentine.
Okay, you're zigzagging across the plain with a herd of animals behind you.
Yeah.
Semi towards them,
Semi,
and semi away from them.
right. It's like he's trying to
while
stay.
he's doing that, she shifts more this way.
Okay, you can't see him do that. So
I don't?
No, he got out in front of the herd, so you know the herd separated between you and him. So you can't even see him. You heard him bellow, scream at the animals. The animals are now responding. And now, as this round begins, you start to see the animals turning back towards you.
So where am I? Put me where I am. So I know where I am. Okay.
Do you want dice?
So, this is not to scale. Assume each square to be 10 instead of. So back yourself up
I
a
didn't
bit.
think I would move that far away from him.
So
It's a big herd,
Yeah.
and you guys have to move. You guys can't approach them too directly, or else you would have drawn their attention early. So you would have had to have circled
Yeah.
somewhat.
Okay.
Also, you said, your specific description. You said you did not want to move behind them. You wanted to move oblique.
Yeah.
Right. It's just this herd is a
literally an unmanageable size for the two of you. Your cattle wrangling is usually done with 3 or more, and they usually have
Controlling
horses.
them is not an option.
Right. Just responding to them is what your real option is. So you started running towards them, and then you're zigzagging parallel to them. As you're doing that, the first 3 are still continuing to trot forward. 3 of the cows also follow at a much more leisurely pace. They're not actually pursuing you like the bulls are. But the rest of the herd is now basically turned on its heels. And they're still bellowing like crazy. And they're starting to trot away from you.
Okay.
The animals have not yet charged. You're still outside of range from their charge because you started moving. But it's almost like curiosity. You made a bunch of noise, and now they're starting to follow you to see what you're going to do.
Just
So next round of action, what do you want to do? Continue towards your camp, turn away from the camp with the cattle following you, or how do you want to?
I'm gonna try to draw them a little bit closer, and bring them closer to the camp.
Draw the bulls closer to the camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for clarification, because I think I forgot to mention this. The reason why I wanted to have the door be there is so that the spears can lay flat, and when you push down...
Right, I got you.
Just wanted to... So they're not up, just in case he tries to run across it. I don't want him to accidentally get stabbed.
No, I'm not worried about that part at all. He doesn't have enough mass to move that. He could run all the way up the door, across your head, and leap into the pit. That'd be okay.
Right. Then I would push them down. They'd come up.
What range am I in, roughly?
Their movement would be at 60, and yours is at 30. You closed only 5 towards them, and then you backed off. So they probably, because you're running sideways, they're probably still at about 60. So they'll probably be able to charge next round, unless you change something.
And then I guess I ready in action.
To do what?
To swipe if they come.
So you're backing away then, so you have your sword out so you can swing
run.
it?
Yeah. Like I'm.
Okay, so you're running and then fish hooking?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're running and then fish hooking and holding your ground. Gotcha. As the cattle start to trot away from you, you can hear the thunder of their hooves coming towards you. You're in disguise, so they don't even see you.
yeah.
The good news is that animals, even cattle, will not step on you if they can see you. The bad news is that you are now cleverly concealed as the herd is starting to run in your direction.
Okay. I understand that. She's going to have to get up and start waving that thing and driving them away.
So
That's what's my...
So you're going to stand up and grab your blanket and start waving the
Yeah,
nonsense
and
out of
the
it.
tarp. Just great big flapping
Okay.
waves.
Alrighty. The 6 that are following you,
Yelling.
you're now shouting?
Yeah, she's shouting.
Okay.
2 things. Hopefully to divert the bull's attentions as well as over here.
They're not even going to hear. They're not even going to hear you
Oh,
over the sound of the. Now, as the herd is bellowing to each other, the sound of the herd is going to be.
And then suddenly Hart lets loose a giant laser beam out of his eyes and just nukes the whole herd.
Yeah.
Not happening.
fires a missile.
Waste all of his power at that.
Yep.
Hart hoped...
Chain lightning.
Hart is a warrior
Oh, I
robot wannabe.
We don't even know.
You don't know what I am. I don't even know what I am.
I was just a loader on. I was just an evaporator on a moisture farm.
Right. I'm thinking of like a giant volley.
No, think more along the lines of the Star Trek evaporator. Lots of arms. Star Wars. No, I say that right, so that way intentionally not getting in any trouble with anyone.
Or what's it called?
The Wars Trek evaporator.
The what is operating?
See, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Lost in Space.
No, it's not even. You wish it was.
Robbie the robot.
We'll upgrade him.
Okay, so they've now
they've now broken to a charge. The three males, so they are headed in your direction. The females are increasing their speed to a canter, and the herd is now moving from trot to run. And the waving thing is going to help to divert some of them, but the majority of them are still going to be on track to run over you. So,
Hit the hole.
all right. So, for the three, there's a 1 in 6 chance of one of them running onto the spears. So I'll roll this 3 different times. On any one, they're going to hit the spear. A 2, a 2, a 2.
Two's hit, right?
2 is no.
That means they hit twice.
Nice
They hit
try,
spear
Travis.
two. They hit spear two.
You said
However,
what 2 means yet?
however, as they are running forward, they are going to have try to run you down. So that'll give 3 of them passes. Each time they miss, you get an action of opportunity. You get multiple actions of opportunity in D&D. I don't remember that rule.
Only if you
Attack
have
opportunity? No, you should only get one.
one.
Okay.
So
Unless
first,
you have the sentry feat, and then it's
okay.
whoever.
So first bull, second bull, or third bull, do you want to swing at?
Which feat was that?
Sentry.
What?
No,
Sentry.
I'm gonna go with
Sentry.
I'm gonna go with 2. I think it feels like that to me.
Okay, so first one makes its charge against you. Misses. Runs up the wall, leaps over the rest of the cavern.
Can I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Nice. I'm going to do an attack of opportunity.
Using the lift arm that's up there.
No, with my saw arm right down the middle.
Nice. This is gross.
This is going to be delicious.
Oh, what about my ready attack?
I'm going to take her that in a second.
I don't know what the bonus is on that, but my strength is 4, so that's at least a 15 plus whatever
15?
to hit with the saw would
Okay,
be.
so you're going to roll a D4, but on a 3 or a 4, you get to roll again.
4.
Roll again.
It is?
No. 4
Or
sides.
this?
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so you do a total of 6 damage.
Nice. But it's to its unguarded underbelly.
Right. See, basically, the animal's going to scream as it goes by. So you can use your ready attack on the. That's why I said, which one do you want to attack? Because you're going to get an attack of opportunity against one of them.
Okay.
So on the did you want the first attack to be on the first one, or
No,
no?
second one. Yeah.
So you use both attacks against the second one.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the second one. So go ahead and roll your 2 attacks.
$20
Ooh, here we go.
and 1.
Wow.
That's bipolar.
That was pretty good. So on the 20, back it up. So roll it again.
He does the Achilles just into the
20.
shoulder blade.
Oh my God.
One more.
One more.
Don't screw it up.
5.
Oh.
No. The thing is that you'll actually skewer the animal. The problem with it is that it's going to keep running with your sword. Because you've basically...
If you'd got that third 20, it would just exploded.
You just cut. You would have literally held your blade. It would have run right through you.
Like what I wanted to do.
Right. Right. So as it is, it runs for so long. You hold on the blade as long as you can, and then it pulls away. It's running with your sword in it. It's mortally wounded. It will die, but it's not dying yet because of its sheer mass. So it keeps rolling. Now your spear gets its attack on it. That one you actually can roll to hit. Because that's when you lift up to...
Nope.
Nope. So it runs up and over you, spilling cow guts over you as it goes by. You can... I'll go ahead and give you an odd... Because you've got so many arms. Attack of opportunity with one of your articulators to actually grab the sword. That'd be hysterical.
Where did you stab it?
The gut. Literally was running over him.
Okay. 10 plus, I don't know, to add to that, dex, I guess. Plus 2.
Yeah, no,
Right,
you wouldn't have grabbed it, but you
I rub its belly.
Yeah, get a handful of entrails as it falls over.
Oh, that's cute because it'll tangle up in its legs and trip him.
And finally, the third one tries to run you over, and of course misses you. So
Does that one win this?
Hey,
no.
there.
no, you already used your attack of opportunity. So they run past you, and
And I'm
but it
shaking.
didn't get stabbed on the spear. So Those 3 go over. The cows are now behind them. They're going to be coming up. They'll engage you next round. Now for the ones that are going at you, roll a intimidation check.
Okay.
Roar.
Roar! I'm waving big flag. I should be big and scary.
16 plus.
This is not how I planned this to happen.
I don't
Yeah,
really have intimidation.
No.
There was some communication.
two.
There was.
Not a proficiency for me, but I have 2 plus 16 is 18.
Yeah. The good news is that the sound and action does fall to the second part of a herd. They're not going to run over you. Now the issue is just that you're going to be possibly overborne by just the sheer numbers of them.
Yeah.
And so on a 1 through 5, you're going to get knocked off your feet.
Okay.
On a 6, you stand your ground and they go by you. Miraculously.
Wait, could she like jump up and like run along their backs?
No.
Legolas thing?
No.
But I could.
Not
If
Look-
she was an elf, maybe.
Or if she was 15th level, maybe.
Can I grab onto a horn and hold on?
Ride that.
You really want to try that?
Yeehaw! She's from Texas.
No, she's from Alaska, which is bigger.
No. In Alaska, they just run. That you don't
Yeah,
mess
but
with any
it
wildlife.
depends on how many are behind them, because if I go down, I'm under trampling feet.
Right, that's
That's
exactly
fine.
the issue.
Yeah.
You're not going to outrun them.
No, I can't outrun them.
And
I
so
could
you
try
just...
to grab. She is going to try to grab on to a horn and just do an arm lock on the horn.
Acrobatics
And
or animal handling.
Hold
you know.
on for dear life.
Okay,
I
And
do you
hold
have
on.
survival?
yes, I do have survival.
Okie dokie.
Survival's-
I will give it to you at disadvantage.
At a disadvantage.
Absolutely. The animal is not going to be wanting to be grabbed because it's running for its life. It
So
thinks
in
that it's being
other
attacked.
Could it also be that it's like against her survival instincts to want to ride on a horn?
Yeah, it could be
I
against.
would think it'd be...
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
I'll take the roll, whatever you do.
Okay, so she vanishes under the hooves. Literally,
Yeah, she balls herself up.
right. You just ball up and hold on. I'm going, because you're prone, I get advantage, but they don't know that they're doing it, so I'm going to give them disadvantage on the attacks as they run over you. And there will be a total of 10 out of the herd that get a chance to run over you. Yikes.
Would it be easier to think of it as like dexterity saves for them to try to avoid?
Yeah. They're not going to try to run over.
No, actually,
The
no,
first
it's actually
ones that would
it's actually
see-
simply better than this. Make a dex saving throw. You'll be taking damage equal to the stampede's effect. The save gives you half that damage. How's that sound? Because it's a blanket effect on the area, just like a spell would be.
A 13 plus 3.
16.
16, so that will give you half. So 19 points of damage. You saved for half, so you'll take 8 points of damage. 9 points of damage.
Oh, and just for clarification, yes, dodecahedron is 12-sided. It's 2 and 10,
Right.
not 2 10s. Icosa is 20.
I took 8 points out of 25. Okay.
Languages are weird.
Yes, there.
They don't work like English. Really, it's English that's really weird. Whoever wrote it had a stroke.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, is that song about my grandpa and your grandpa? Ico, one day. Does that mean 20 days? Or 40 days?
Let's say yes.
Hey now. Ico, one day. No?
I have a magic trick.
You have a magic trick?
Yeah.
Nice.
Choose a card.
We have a magician in the house.
Okay. Look at your card.
Mm-hmm.
You see what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Memorize it. Go back.
Okay.
I know what your card is.
I'll bet you do.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
However, she does just
No,
keep
it's-
rolling
Yes, it
as
is,
much as
because
she
every other card is
can.
7 of spades and they're cut just slightly shorter than the others. No, you can show me that way.
I can show you all the ways. They're all different cards. It's not a prepared deck like that. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Okay. Never tell me. It's a magician's trick.
Sounds good.
Or you can do it again to other
Want to
people.
play poker?
No. Not if you can call cards. All right. So the cattle, the cattle storm off in the other direction. The one you hit eventually dies about 60 paces away. The males turn and run. The three females, first of all, there's blood in the air, so I'm going to give them disadvantage as they decide whether or not they're going to continue. Oh, no, they're now pissed off, so they are going to make their way now. You don't have a sword, so what's your intent now? As you see, you're without a sword and the cattle are still
I'm
coming.
gonna draw my last javelin.
Nice. Become the last question. Are you going to use your attack of opportunity on the first one, or on the second one, or on the third one?
Is he within reach?
Second
No,
one.
he's ahead of you. He's before the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna go second one again.
Okay. So the first one's going to get a free attack on you. Misses. Since the spears are already up, I'm going to give them advantage on a saving throw to get by it. And that cow is dumb as a cow and does not get by it. So do a javelin damage and then double it because it's locked in
Your
place.
javelin, so you do the honors.
Wait, damage?
Yeah.
You're damaging the first one.
So that's
So roll the dice and then double the damage. So roll the dice. Don't worry about adding strength because it's not your strength anymore. It's the ground.
What is the strength of Nycos?
6.
6. Nice. So double damage is 12 damage to the cow. It's going to bellow in rage. The second one, however, does get to hit you. I rolled 18 plus 4 is 22.
Oh yeah, mine's 21.
So this is an overbear attempt. So now it's a strength check. So you roll a d20, add your strength modifier. I get to roll and add the cow's strength modifier.
Oh. 6.
Yeah. So you go to the ground with the bull who just the cow who just smacked into you. So the damage you will take, it will be 7 points of damage. And because of that, the third cow won't get a chance to run over you because they instinctively will leap over you because they see you on the ground.
Does the cow that got skewered die, or
It does not. It's
so does the spear break off?
yes.
So then would I use my opportunity attack to
Hit it as it
try to
goes by.
finish it off?
Yes. This is going to be out of reach, so it's just regular attacks. So don't.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, and cow number 2, trying to avoid the spike. Does so. Third one, trying to avoid the spike. Does so. The cows all canter off. The 2 bulls that are left alive basically guide them back towards the herd, and so the herd is now moving the opposite direction, looking to where they were before. You see a trampled and bloody blanket laying in the middle of the field. Was that enough to take you down, or are you? Okay, so she'll slowly climb to her feet.
Hart is going to sprint
she
his
will
full speed towards her, whatever that may be.
She first makes sure what's working and not working. So she kind of goes through a check first.
So while you're doing that, you can hear
She thinks she's
you can hear the whir and the clunk as Hart is headed to your direction. Clunk,
Okay.
clunk, 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 clunk.
At
clunk,
unbelievable speeds.
I'm gonna get up,
Yeah,
get my sword out of the dying. Or is it dead?
it's dead.
Alright.
Yeah, it walked a few paces and then dies.
Get my sword out of that dead bull.
Okay, its guts are steaming in the cold.
Nice.
She
and
does get up slowly, and then
I'm gonna patch myself up for
The other-
2.
Okay, 2 out of the 2. Out of,
We got 5 left, so 2.
yep.
And then meet up with her and patch her up for 3.
Hart's going to scoop her up and run back.
to the
Scoop,
Hart,
scoop.
to the cow.
He's going to run her back to the camp.
Right. So the cow with the spear in it is
He's already handling it.
He doesn't know how to
No.
skin.
It doesn't matter.
no
You're dying.
no. He's dealing with the dead one that has a sword in it. The one that's got this broken spear on it is still running back towards the herd with its.
And there's
others.
the one that I cut the stomach of. But I
That's the
probably
one.
didn't do
That's
that.
the one. Yeah. That no. You finished off the one he started. Right. That's when you cut them out.
That one, the big bull died.
Yeah.
Okay, the big bull
And
died.
a cow is
But the
cow
cow
is dying.
with the javelin ran away.
Right.
Broken javelin point.
so they'll drop her off with him to take care of, and then he'll run after the one that's
So you run after the herd.
possibly dying. Does it look like it's slowing down or dying or?
Well, because of the fact that it's got the bulls behind it, no, it'll keep moving. It'll be run to death, but it won't happen right away because
Then he's not going to worry about it. Yeah,
it now will become the wounded one that later on will be left behind. And
She gets up after
he
you
was
dump
going to
me
finish
off,
it off because it's cruel.
and she goes over
Right.
to where the cow is. Cause you know,
It's not a cow; it's a bull,
a bull.
a
She'll go-
full-size bull.
Yeah, a full-size bull.
If it hadn't been for his 2 nat 20s, he wouldn't have killed it. So,
Yeah, and she gets up there and says, "Okay,
But if
it's
it had been
going to take
3.
some time,
but if it had been
Oh.
3,
and you're
that would
going
have
to
been
have
awesome.
to help me, but I'll tell you what to do."
I'm gonna patch her up for 3.
Okay, so you get back 3 hit points.
Hart
Hit
will
points?
unfurl his cutting arms
I think that is
Spin him a couple times.
and ready to go.
Let's
One
get
has
some
like
leather.
3 different blades on it, the other
Meat.
one's got 2 different saws on it.
Just a moment.
We got a bones and the meats.
But right now,
Wait, you're
okay.
severing the buns and meats?
No, stop.
I'm
Do you
waiting for
realize that this is
instructions.
going to take an hour or more?
Yeah.
No, it won't.
Of getting him?
Just a moment.
Field it? Dressing him?
I don't want to just chopped.
We gotta skin them.
Yeah,
then-
the first thing
Oh,
we
you
do
know,
is
the
skin
first-
it because that's a good hide, even if it's velvet.
Especially since you got it through the middle.
Yeah,
soft
you
belly.
know.
I mean,
The whole hide is available.
technically we're supposed to leave them out first.
So anyway, she knows how to skin, and I'm going to skin it. And when she can use your help, she'll say, "Cut here." Honestly,
That's going to take a little longer.
I know. But the first thing she does is she gets the guts out of the cow, and she uses bull. She gets the guts out of the bull.
By the time you guys are about halfway done with that process, Tall Hollow will be back.
Okay.
And as he comes skating up, he says, 1/2 for the kit.
Done.
Hart.
I recommend that was I didn't see what happened, so you'll need to tell me how the action went down. You're going to tell me you stood face to face with a raging, charging, not 1 bull but 3 bulls
And 3 cows.
and 3 cows. And of course, he's going to call you a fool for doing so.
She turns on the
One
bottom.
lucky son of a.
We rigged a trap, and we were trying to get one of the lesser beasts.
So you dug up. He says, "I see you dug a pit. You tried to drive them into the pit.
At least one.
Really? No, you didn't. You put up a ramp and made it so they could run over the trap."
No, I didn't.
Well, but the spears were there to get them.
No, I know, I know, but I'm just clarifying that the way you built it was to catch them on the spears. It wasn't intended for them to fall in the pit.
No.
No, but we made a trap with spears.
Right.
Okay.
You dug that. Big,
It was a spear blockade.
right. Right.
And we were going
I
to
get.
try to get one to come over this way and run on the spear.
And you got 3 instead. Great
6.
plan. 6. Oh yeah. That's right.
Just a moment. He went out and he just stood in front of him and beat
He gets
him.
the ear and tails. He gets the ears and tail.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I have, like, numbers as one of my words?
That's a noun.
No, I mean, like, 1 through 10?
No.
Not yet.
One of them. Not all of them.
How many fingers do I have?
6. I'm sorry. You have.
I have 4 on
You have
each
4 in each hand.
arming hand.
Right.
Do I have any other digits on the other ones?
No.
Okay. Base 8, then.
Then you have a base 8 number system.
That's what I just said.
Just-
I collect my javelins and then I start, as many as I can.
You'll find 2.
2? Alright.
One's toast.
One
Yeah.
broken,
So,
splintered.
Anyway, if you'll help me
and then
strip
I
out this
copy.
hide.
He goes. Nonetheless, ears and tail,
Well, yes, he'll just,
and he should get the hide. Notice he using the pronoun he for it.
he doesn't need to hide, but you're right. He should get a reward. Maybe the horns. Put it up on his head.
Heart.
That would make him look imposing.
Yes.
Heart.
That's his name, Hart.
Heart.
Orange that is.
Gonna reach in. Heart.
And it's not going good anymore.
No, we save that. That's good food.
Heart.
Sweetmeats.
Let's start making meat strips to
Well,
try out.
Anyway,
you're,
not gonna have a
gonna
chance to
be.
dry
We're
this
going to be
just
dragging
Ah.
all the good pieces.
yeah, it's going to
that-
freeze too fast anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine. Frozen meat's fine.
We're going to wrap all the pieces up in the
You have
skin,
salt.
We have salt?
and
Anyway,
Yeah,
but
so
he takes.
we take everything.
And he'll take the two rear haunches as his half.
Okay. Oh,
Okay,
that's all.
so
right.
clearly that's the most meat. That'll be for the
Absolutely, it's the biggest part of the meat.
What's that?
Do we have salt?
We don't.
We do not have salt.
Can we check to see if we scavenge like a small salt sack from the ship?
There's a possibility.
Can I roll against my
Yep.
65 ship
Yep.
stuff?
Sure. Against the bag, sure.
Come on, under 65. 14.
Hey, Drifter's leaving. Oh, wow. I would have thrown dirt at the attacking bull's eyes.
So we got one bull and
Wait, I
two
forgot the
cows?
snow. I apologize. Well, I'm heading back to bed. So, thanks for watching, Drifter. See you later. And God Comics and Gaming is back again today. Just stopping by for a bit. So,
What was that?
14 out of 65.
okay. So burn off the 14 out of the 65. So that leaves you at 52. And you did find a
51.
small bag. 51. You found a small bag of salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Heart.
Look,
Help. Gives you salt. That will
Nice.
stop it from freezing and hopefully preserve its life.
No, we are not
I
going to
mean-
waste the salt on the anti-freezing. The freezing is going to save it for us. We'll take care of the rest of it.
But the salt can keep it edible.
Well, I mean, I can keep it out.
No,
With
do you understand
purified food. And
that this is, we are in sub-zero weather, and you might as well throw it in a freezer to get it. This is as good as a
Okay.
freezer.
Right, but there's a different. When meat freezes, it becomes far less edible than if it's saved with salt.
Yeah.
It creates crystals in the meat, and so when you thaw it, it will break down. In
I don't
mush.
think we have the quantity to meet to even salt down this quantity. But that's true, he took the hind end. I won't bother about the ribs, just to boil them.
Can
I will worry about the neck and the shoulders.
Yeah, there's more than enough. You have probably a month's worth of meat.
Hart, the only thing that Hart wanted was the thick bone from the back legs.
You
So
won't get it.
Because he's going to just drag the haunches as they are. So.
Yeah.
But you have the front forelegs.
Can I get one of the other?
But we got the fillets. We got the top,
All of the front, right.
and
All the clean out. Oh, you got all the clean beast.
yeah.
is there anything different about its internal structure? Anything odd?
Well, it has
Heavy
its
bones.
its stomach is odd because it has to process so much water that instead of
How many
eating
stomachs?
4, but instead of using them to chew cud like our
Bovines.
cattle, instead it actually has to reprocess the fluids for the amino acids and stuff that are in there from the protozoans and such that live in the ice. So
Okay.
Would it
Oh.
have a salt sac? Because it has to process so much of the salt out from the salt water?
it's
Yeah,
fresh
but
water.
eliminate it.
I don't know, I'm just
It's
having
snow.
ideas.
We could milk. Well,
It's snow, so it's fresh water.
we could milk the female cow for.
Oh, she's not here.
She's not dead yet.
She didn't die.
I thought. Wait,
One bull is all you've killed,
Oh,
Yeah.
and it was impressive that you killed a bull. That was a lot of meat you pulled down.
So,
Yeah, like I said, you have several months worth of food.
and she will scoop the brains out. She will ask you to use the saw so she can open up the brain pan. She scoops that out too because that's good food. Takes the tongue, the eyes, just everything that's edible.
how much leather is it?
And
Several
A
square
lot.
feet. Several square feet.
Yards.
Yeah, in square yards. Yeah.
yeah, because if you think this thing is about 6.5 feet to the shoulder or more, it's a big bull.
Well, it's not an earth bull. You said that it weighed over
It's-
2 tons.
Yeah, it's really big. Yeah,
So it's like
Can
and the hide
halfway
is
to elephant size.
yeah, and so the hide's going to be really thick too, and
And that's good
it's
because
going to be
Could I
ridiculously
take
heavy.
half the leather?
You're going to need it to avoid to carry it, so you're going to need his javelin
Or
system
me.
build.
we're going to have to put it
Well,
on.
you're already loaded down with all the hardware.
True.
And
all
you're
the
going
pieces.
to be dragging the kite to.
The metal plate and all of this stuff. All
Yeah.
the pieces from the airship. Wasn't a kite.
No, we have a. No, when we left, we didn't have a sailing ship.
We have a pack horse. I mean,
No.
we have a horse.
No horse.
You didn't drag a boat. No.
No.
You have a donkey? Did you
No.
say?
No, there was nothing. There
I've
was
got a.
he and I.
I'm really.
Well, you
for a
have
horse,
something.
Yeah.
You have something. God knows where your horse is.
Huh?
I don't.
You wouldn't. You have the ability to ride a horse. You don't currently have one.
What happened to my horse?
Would have died in the
Crash.
the airship crash.
He had it up to the point where
Oh, did
we
he?
got to the steps
Yeah.
and
Okay.
the console place.
That's right.
I have no idea what happened to it after that.
Okay. So you still have your horse, but it takes special kind of care. You don't have anything to feed it.
You don't have
We
anything.
do now.
It becomes food.
I mean,
It becomes food.
it becomes food, or
That's your.
Heart's gonna look at her weird because she's just eating everything,
No, she just uses the word food a lot.
looking hungrily at the horse.
No, no,
that
no,
seems to be
stop.
his pet.
When you can't feed it, what are you going to do? Let it die of starvation?
He has no concept of eating food.
Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, food. Yes.
And you're not going to argue with the machine anyway.
Machine.
That only has 5 words. It wouldn't go well. Heart.
Help.
Heart.
Fix. Heart. Help. Fix.
wait. So
Fixing.
So my
What?
horse is dead.
Fixing.
Or
Fixing.
Heart, help, fixing, trust.
You've got to make the
console.
decision. I'm not going to kill it, but
Okay.
What's the other one?
Trust.
you realize you don't have any food to feed it.
right. I'm gonna put my horse down, and
We'll
skin
take
it.
care of it.
Alright. I'll leave it to you to
You're
skin
going to
it.
let her process it?
Yeah.
Why
but
are we?
I'm
Why
gonna
are we killing it?
because we can't
Because
feed it. It's
there's
gonna starve to death.
no, because
You can't eat meat.
there's
It's
no
a herbivore.
food here for it.
They have to eat.
Zero.
That's
Zero.
not true. Because all the cattle were digging up
No,
grass
they-
with their feet. You
They
said that
eat the
they walk in
protozoa.
Yes, you're right. But when they leave an area, the ground that was broken up is
right, but I
gonna
mean
be
that
picked
means
clean.
that there is grass somewhere
No.
underneath.
Yes.
Well, not
And
during
the horse
the
doesn't
winter.
have the hooves to do it.
I'm just saying, jumping straight to how horse murder is not my first priority. I'm just saying he said that when the
I said he
the
doesn't have
cattle
to.
run in circles, that they dig up a bunch of grass and the babies in the middle eat on the grass while they walk in the circle. So that means that there is at least somewhat of a layer of grass. Who knows how deep down, but that there is a. I just want there to be information meta for people to make a decision before jumping straight to murdering pets. He likes it too much. Don't let him turn you against your own pet.
No, I just don't
I mean-
think he's going to leave it to suffer either.
Yeah.
Of course, you might, right?
I
You
mean-
might cross the hill and find yourself back in a forest. Who knows?
That would be how it happens. I'll put you down now. Walk down the thing.
And
hayfields.
then rock. Yeah.
If only I had held out for one more hour.
Well, for that matter, technically, if you,
Isn't
I don't
that
know
the
that you took
Shining
the horse
one?
into the forest, you may not have brought the horse
You
back.
can use my
Okay.
ice
If
pick
you want to believe that, we can simply do that. that the
If
horse,
you're hesitant at all, she'll say,
So-
turn on the box.
And there you go.
Listen, if you're hesitant,
All right.
use
What's
the
it then?
ice picks and see if
It's
you can
not.
clear enough.
Was that?
Horse died. Starvation.
No. They wouldn't have to. I'm saying they wouldn't have to die of starvation.
No, I'm
Okay,
saying we're gonna put it down. And,
Okay.
Okay, I was just going to say, if you want to, you can take my ice picks and try clearing up enough for it to eat.
I just killed it.
Hart washes his hands of this deeds.
Alright,
Heart knows
In the
nothing
blood of the
about
cattle.
Nice.
I'm gonna separate the leather or the skin.
Right. Yeah.
No,
You,
I do.
So
she's doing it for you, so
Yeah.
that we.
That's my area of expertise.
I have something to adjust my ward whenever we find her.
But
again.
she'll show you what she's doing. and how she's doing
It's
it.
okay.
So
You
Art
start
is going
with
to,
the guts,
one,
and you
Look
clean
through
them up.
the tech
Three.
for a heavy chunk of steel, possibly.
For
He wants to use one of the legs to make a sort of hammer that he could possibly use to fix broken metal.
you're trying to make a weapon. A hammer.
No, like
No.
more like a
repairs.
armorer's tool, not a weapon.
Okay, roll.
Because he's already bent one arm out of shape.
How much tech do you have?
39 tech.
Okay, roll into that.
33.
Man,
It was all one big.
it's one big piece of metal. It was easy to carry that way.
I thought there were more cords in this.
Well, you can understand it on a ship. There would be some places where they have
I now have 6 tech.
metal to reinforce.
No. This was taken from the tech, so this is part of the console that he
Oh.
ripped up. Remember?
Okay.
Nice. I guess we got like a month and 6 days worth of meat now.
Yeah, you got more than enough food. You can stay here and wait for Ice Shelf forever.
If you wanted to dry some, you have the bag of salt. Write it down on your sheet. Because
I
he's
think
going to have
we
no use for
stay
salt.
here. It's going to take me time to process some of this stuff. Then I'm going to take time to cure the hide. That's what she's going to use a lot of the brains for. Is brain cure it. And then you're using urine from the bladder.
Okay.
She'll pin down the hide and scrape it and stuff. But she's a little bruised up, but she'll
Okay.
heal.
So you're now past the hour of sunset or whatever. The roof is still not on your ice container, so to speak. So you have to lower the metal plate over most of it. You can turn it perpendicular and cover most of it.
We'll use it to
Tall Hollow won't leave until tomorrow, so he'll stay ostensibly to
Okay.
protect you guys.
The most efficient way to camp would be to take their, I'm guessing, fur-lined tent,
Mm-hmm.
to lay it down in the hole, use the part of it to cover what's not covered by the door, and then everyone would have a warm place to sleep inside.
Okay.
I
It's gonna mean snuggling. If that's okay.
guess I'm gonna eat. Wait, how
In
many
the
hours has it
cold.
been since the morning?
8 or 9 hours,
All right.
probably 10 hours.
I'm gonna eat that
Okay.
and save the seeds.
Okay. Roll a d6.
5.
Okay. So, are we lighting a fire, or are we going to have a cold camp tonight? Of course, it'd be cold.
Yeah.
Even with the snuggle, it's going to be, and even with the metal on the top, it's going to
she'll
be.
find a way that we put the tent down where we're going to sleep and move a fire off to, to a lower point. And then so any heat rising will catch it.
Okay.
What are you doing with the meat?
What?
We're letting it.
See, the problem with metal is it radiates.
No, you'd have to you wrap the meat in the hide. That's what you'd have to do.
Just making sure what you're doing with
They've-
the meat. Because we left the meat out last time and it made the lampreys come.
What?
The land priest. Remember the creatures that came crawling through the ice? Because they came for the meat last time.
Yeah, well, we threw all the other stuff away from camp. And as for the meat, we have it in with us.
But it's wrapped, is what I'm getting.
It's
You wrapped
wrapped.
it in the hide.
Yep, just making sure that black hole is...
Okay. So,
And then getting it frozen will
Right.
prevent a lot of the
So-
smell.
and about an hour after sunset, you'll hear the sound of the eels going through the soil over there, digesting and chewing on whatever was left.
Yeah.
Shrieking eels.
They only get louder as they.
And the other thing she does is make sure if there's a fire, she'll roast the bones for the marrow.
Okay.
Not my bone. He takes the thickest bone.
The fur bone, the femur.
femur.
Well, no, you don't get you get the femur of
I
the
get the
horse.
front femur.
No, they're not heavy. The hind quarter femur of a horse is the
Didn't they have
heaviest
6
bone in
legs?
it.
They had 6 legs, but they wouldn't be the mid legs wouldn't.
Whatever
be.
the thickest, heaviest.
Right,
one that is
he
left.
took the quarters. Right.
The one from the hip to the well, anyway.
The back
one
leg
from the
wickers.
hip to the stifle,
Oh wait.
like here, hip to knee.
That's gone.
That's yours.
That's yours.
That's already
That's
taken by the
fine.
guy who cut it
That's
out.
fine.
But from the horse, she's saying the horse's leg would be almost as long as theirs are.
Yeah, but it's not as thick or heavy because this thing had to support 2 tons of weight.
Right.
So even the front ones are going to be bigger than any
True.
horses.
Sure. Take the biggest one you found. Gotcha.
That's all I'm saying. Wherever that came from, I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So we have bones too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but
You've
the
got
point is,
you got shrieking eels.
she'll have you
out there
split the
eating.
bones open and then lay them on the fire until the marrow gets,
About
and then you eat it because it's carbohydrate rich.
about 2 hours after the eels stop making noise. Would be basically the middle of the night.
The what?
Said in about the middle of the night, about 2 hours after the eels stop making noise because were brought by the animal remains. There's a flash of light due north of you. Just a beam of light. It may last as 2 or 3 seconds. Just this blindingly white flash of light across the
She'll kind of like comes in the entrance of the igloo and then
Yep. Well, it would be oblique to the entrance.
Well,
so it's only
Hart would be staying outside because
Right.
the cold would maybe help with the batteries.
The cold doesn't
last
bother you.
longer.
right. Well, yeah.
Plus, he would only make you guys colder
Right.
unless he was spending energy to not do that.
And so you will have burned another 8 hours of energy when you shut down.
if they're not found by tomorrow, we're going to have to start moving on. We have food for a month, but we're only about 4 days along the trip, and there was 20 days, and we're not even exactly sure where we're going. What about that light? She'll go out and see if
Okay, when you walk back out, there's no sign of where the light came from because it came obliquely through the door. He would know. He'd be able to triangulate where the light came from because he was still standing outside because we determined he was not going to be inside. So,
Yeah.
so he's able to point to it.
He points at it with 3 of his arms.
Therefore,
Okay.
triangulating, which is actually really kind of a good thing.
Yeah, 3 hours. Okay, question. Where is he pointing?
Due north, on the ground.
Due north.
Hmm?
Okay,
Dude, north.
Dude, north.
but we don't know north.
Dude,
You haven't
north.
asked Hart if he
Forsake
knows
me,
north.
oh my
Was
Dorland.
that a short rest or long rest? No.
Well, it's the middle of the night, so you're technically through it. You didn't dedicate to a short rest, but I'll grant it to you if you want to go that way, or you can just simply, unless you're going to physically go and engage, it's just something that happened.
Hart will remember where it is, and then they can choose to follow it.
Well, and it was beyond. It was basically at the horizon, so you didn't. It's not like you can triangulate how far away it was.
Right, but he knows the exact direction of
Right.
from where they are
Yeah.
to it.
So it sets facing that direction
So-
and shuts down.
Let's take a long rest.
Of course.
Oh, definitely, I need it.
Yep. So long rest. Everybody wakes up. Everybody's happy. Yay! We're
And
all-
we just.
Hart's not happy.
Now, is
Heart's
Tall
not
Hollow still with us?
Tall's there in the morning,
Okay.
and for the first time in 3 days, things act normal for the morning. You actually think the camp didn't change. There's nobody weird there.
Does the sun rise?
No.
No.
Oh. Even a little bit.
The sky.
No.
The sky is glowing a bit better.
8 days. Count your arms. Shh. 1 time each, and then.
I just
once
need a glimmer.
again for 2.
I just need a glimmer.
Great. He's John Cusack.
I just need a glimmer.
That flash of light. You could have caught some of that. Damn it.
Ah. Does the firelight work?
Hard.
They already tried that.
Hard.
Hart.
Can I teach you words? You understand me, right? But you just can't.
He'll point at his midsection. below where his actual heart emblem is, below it.
Okay.
Heart's on his forehead.
Yeah.
Okay, something's wrong there.
Heart.
Okay.
If I only had a brain.
Of course,
Okay.
I can jury rig an old motor, but
I mean,
okay.
how smart is Hart?
Very.
You don't know. He speaks Common and he speaks Terran but he only speaks those words.
He seems to have no issue understanding anything.
He seems to understand you. That's what I'm saying. He understands those two languages.
And he was smart enough to see that there's a way to take a thing on with so few people. Other than that, he has no
Let us
sense of...
get some words between us. He says, put the thing on, just in case I lose this. So each day we'll try to get as many common words as possible. Like
But just give him ones you already know.
Yeah.
Because trust.
There's trust. Trust.
Toy.
He already had toy.
Toy.
Murder. Or kill or something. I remember.
It's like walk, run, stop, go.
Yeah, you hadn't worked on any of those. I'm just talking about the ones you had with Ice.
Yeah.
Ice Shelf.
We
realize Ice Shelf doesn't speak his language.
Yeah.
You were learning a completely. This is now your third language you're trying to learn.
Yeah.
Because he speaks Eldrin or Common.
He speaks
But Ice Shelf
Common.
didn't use Common. Ice Shelf was using the Fargo language.
But
The
Tall
tribal.
Hollow was using
The tribal language.
the tribal language. Okay. Fargo.
Wait a minute. Did I write that down? Someone was speaking a different language and I understood it. I don't remember what it was.
That was Common.
No.
Oh, the
Fargo.
ogre, or not the ogre?
Not Urglik?
Urglik? Was it Urglik?
Mm-mm. Some other language.
They were
that you guys
speaking
were
Elvish.
speaking.
No, they were speaking Elvish.
Yeah, you
I
didn't
didn't think it was
understand
Elvish.
Elvish.
I thought it was like Gnomish or...
Oh yeah, it was
Dwarvish.
Gnomish. It was Gnomish. It was Gnomish. It was Gnomish. That's who was that was who was in the box with you all that time. Remember?
Yeah. It was something like that or...
Yeah, it should be on your notes from the name of the gnome and everything.
Alright.
Oh yeah. Let me look right where...
Well, we do need
Yeah,
to
right
head
here.
north, and we
Yeah,
did
liar
see that
pants
light.
on fire.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
I
take
saw
so many
nothing
notes.
burning.
Certainly something that bright is has a good hope of somebody being there unless it's a lighthouse.
Art.
Okay, so
Travel
as we're going along, she uses a box and she says, okay, my language, walk. Then you give me, and then she mimics walking.
Okay, so D3.
D3?
Yeah.
That's not a thing I have.
Isn't that
It's a
D6?
six-sided.
So
unit.
weird.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There is a D3, it's just weird. It's
What?
like pinched
Yeah, there is.
thing.
Oh.
I rolled a 3.
3. Okay, so you can come up with 3 words that you now know of his language and you
Okay.
go first.
So
Think carefully.
she has stop. She has walk.
Stop fixing.
Trust.
What's
You
that?
realize that
Now,
whatever.
Is it new words?
These are new words.
So we got. Okay, so.
We have 3 words in common.
Okay.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Stop.
And then she
We've
copies
been
it down
interfaced
in
with
her
her.
journal.
Crankbox and power
Stop.
for a bit.
Walk,
Did any of that feedback
hungry.
from a language device
Hungry?
help his word box?
No, let's
He
sleep
might not have yet, because
Okay.
he didn't
How-
do that with intention.
or rest.
How about even weirder
Let's
than
sleep.
that?
Stop,
It would
walk,
Can I
rest.
try to teach her
While
one
she was
word?
cranking on you when you were shut down, there was a chance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you roll a d20. On an 18 or above, you can pick up 3 more words.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, stop, rest.
But you're right. You should get something from the box's vocal
Walk.
capability as a possible bleed
Each
through.
day we're
Something.
going to be working
Yep,
on
that's fair.
this.
Find some sort of engine to start building addiction.
And then we have trust already, right?
What?
Then we have trust already.
Eventually, I can
Trust.
just rip the
We have
voice box
trust.
out of it, put it in.
Now, I know that in part.
That would be mean.
Now,
That's
if
right.
she'll say trust.
Or she could sacrifice it to give you a voice.
I'm not going to take it from her, but
No, I just mean she'd have to. Yeah.
if they wanted to translate it, that worked perfectly. It didn't have to be.
Right.
So we
So
also know trust.
You're
She
going to be
does
out of
really-
battery soon, so you should might
we
just
already
be like
have
a
trust between us
broken
two.
toy.
Or like a horse.
we should pack up and head.
Yeah, we
north.
can't feed you any sun, so you're done.
Heart is going to start moving in the direction of the light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because light means life.
That's right.
Tall Hollow,
Yes.
well met. I hope to see you at Anchorage.
Yes, I hope to see you and my
Do you have any
nephew
wire?
as well.
Hmm?
Do you have any
Tell him that
wire?
I'm going to cuff him in the back of the head, though, for leaving you alone for so long.
If we can find.
It
Oh.
must have been that the little one went off and he went off
Wait.
after her.
Wait. There's one more thing that has to happen. You're going to be surprised. Tall Hollow walks over to you, does the same motion he did before with his hand, and then he reaches into his pack and gives you one of his clan arrows.
I humbly accept.
Anyone that can take down a bull should be able to kill a calf if he needs.
Heart help. Ting, ting, ting.
Exactly.
Heart help.
Heart did help.
Heart does the same motion, but with all 6 arms in different directions.
Nice. And the blade's going. Oh.
I do feel that Shelf went after his ward when she took off again. I don't know what's the matter.
You said
Otherwise-
she was Eldrin? He wouldn't waste his time.
Is,
I'm surprised how much kindness he showed you.
is there anything I can use to make a sign?
I think I
Like,
am an
What do you want to
honor.
make a sign?
What?
What? There's blood. If you want.
Can I rearrange the blood to point an arrow to north? In case.
You
our-
could. Well, you go out there and
The
look
ice
at it.
hunks. The ice hunks. We could take enough block to make the big arrow pointing
Gonna take
back.
apart his. But he did such a good job of melting and soldering together. That wall's not coming back apart.
It will be there for the ages.
Okay. Well, she knows she has to go north.
Use one of your chainsaws, cut a line with an arrowhead into the.
She's turning on the box just to talk to you, so she can describe.
No,
it.
I got
I'm
to
going
turn
to
on
take
the
the
box.
burned bones that she ate, because they're probably, charcoaled now,
Mm-hmm.
and fashion them into an arrow, try to dig into the ground, leave big black marks.
So like
Okay.
black
Between you on the permafrost, you're able to come up with a way to leave a clear marking that you went north.
Okay.
He finishes the drawing with the little signature of the heart symbol.
Nice.
Nice.
If only we could get you an armature that has like a laser on it, so you could write things with it.
Eventually, I want him to be a forger. Not a forger, but a smith.
Right.
Well, if you have a laser, that's going to take a lot of your power.
Yeah, we're making.
We
a
don't
joke.
know if I have a laser or not. I'm running on low power, have been since I woke up.
Okay.
If when I awaken full power, who knows what I'll be able to do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's go.
What I was going to say was, since you have wire, if we find some acid or something and lead, we could connect the
You need
wire
another metal.
and copper.
You
The
need
wires make
copper and nickel would work.
well, copper and lead will work too, though. I mean, it won't be as good, but it should.
Lead's hard
Building
to come by.
batteries.
Yeah, but we
don't know how to do
You don't know how to do
I
that.
wouldn't know.
I
but
might.
you would.
But no.
Okay.
He has lithium ion, it doesn't.
Yeah, it would explode. People would die. It's great. Poison.
Between that horse hide.
Towards the light!
Yeah, it used as a shaggy horse, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very
So I
shaggy.
got shaggy leather.
Okay.
Did you ever say what his max speed was? Because you said it was much faster than 30.
We'll save your saddle and bridle and just throw it on his
Can we
load.
ride him?
No, because you don't want to expend the amount of power to find out what that speed is.
I had an idea of how he would do it. He would turn on his side,
Yeah, kick a front wheel.
have each arm just lock into like a wheel position, then That'd be cool.
Going sideways.
That's how he goes full speed.
Oh, see, all the arms fold at the elbow, so that when he leans over, the elbows are what are on the ground.
Yep. Anyways, towards the light.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Towards the light.
as you're headed in the direction of the light,
Due north.
dude north. That's very funny.
But I thought we had to start going southwest.
No, we're
Due
heading
north.
towards the light. Dude.
Yeah.
The group is supposed to be north, right?
Anchorage.
Anchorage.
Anchorage is northwest. He mechanically went slightly north of that northwest course. So you guys were turning back south of that course, which takes you west southwest.
Okay.
But now you're going back. You're now leaving this campground, going back due north again.
Okay. Because we had it this way for a while, now we're going that way.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, you actually only went sideways for the one day before you
Okay.
camped, and then you've been camped for 2 days.
We keep
Okay, as you're. No, thank you.
marching along. What are they?
Milano.
I'd love one.
As we're marching along.
You, outside of the double chocolate orange one, these are right.
These are just double chocolate.
I like the orange chocolate.
Anyway, as you're moving in that northerly direction, you see something odd in the heavens, and that is little streaks of light. Must be 15 or 20 of them, passing from the center of the continent eastward towards the mountain range. He's like trying to hold your solar panel up.
Trying to catch one?
Not that much light. Just little flashes, almost like. Well, your first thought is re-entry.
Did he leave me my steel mirror?
What's that?
What? Did he leave me my steel mirror?
Sure, why not?
She takes out the mirror and tries flashing it, but there's no real light. So.
It's ambient light from an object in basically
Orbit.
suborbital descent. That's what it kind of looks like. That's the first thought you would have, is that it's another arrival vehicle. But that also doesn't make sense because you know all the arrival vehicles is supposedly already landed.
What we need is some 7-league boots.
That doesn't make sense.
If we had 7-league boots, we could catch the falling stars.
Say again?
7-league boots?
He's referencing Baron von Munchausen.
Munchausen.
That's where the 7-leg boots come from.
I know it from Howl's Moving Castle.
Baron Munchausen.
In Baron von Munchausen, there's a character who's wearing 7-leg boots.
Well, it's an old British mythology thing.
Right.
7 leagues for each step. So it was a boot that allowed you to walk great distances. So in Howl's Moving Castle, they see a falling star, they take steps with 7-league boots to catch up and catch it before it hits the ground and dies.
Nice.
Finds it's a suicidal thing from the sky,
Okay.
and they eat it.
Nice.
Very fun.
She can't figure it out because that's the only thing she can think of it is.
Right.
Are these similar or different to the light they saw?
Very different.
Okay.
Okay. So we keep going.
After about an hour and a half, you see structures like it's very weird. This far north, you don't know the area. Ice Shelf isn't here to tell you. Tall Hollow isn't either, so there's no one here to explain it to you. But there's not supposed to be, from what he told you before, there's not supposed to be any superstructure, any buildings above the ice.
Console?
No. Not this.
Is it not console?
It's not metal, no.
He said there was only at the Anchorage.
Right, that was the only place there was any structure, any human structures, because that was what you asked about. Any human structures would be.
Could you define the structures more?
Yes, as you're getting closer to them, they are gray, look like stone. They are
pyramidal in that they are inclined towards, the walls are inclined towards the center point, but they are hex shaped. So each side is a trapezoid. There are 3 of them. Between the 3 of them, at the nexus of the 3 perigees, where the points hit the ground, there is a tower that is roughly 30 feet in the air. At the top of that space is a sphere. The sphere is roughly 8 feet across and is geodesic. So
Okay.
each side is a triangle. So it's a multi-sided, maybe 100 sides to the
I've
object.
never seen construction like this before, have I?
Sure you have.
I have.
Sure you have.
Are my people? Or another race?
Describe
long
that
ago.
one more time. Hexagonal shape. Pyramid.
Three hexagonal structures.
So 3
Pyramidic-
6-sided with pyramid-like
Walls.
structure.
Right.
How steep?
Like triangle ziggurats.
Very steep.
They're only about 10 feet off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And so the side slope was probably less than 15 degrees.
So easily walkable.
Easily walkable.
And there's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them, and in the center where the 3 of them meet, there is a 20-foot tall tower.
Above it.
Right.
Total of
It
30 feet
is
high.
narrow and is made of, basically looks like, oh, what would you consider it to be like? Like the trestles on a bridge. So they're crisscrossing.
Yeah, the crisscross. Yeah.
So there's individual bars that go all the way up and then crisscrossing bars on each of the sides. And at the top of it is a dome that's 8 feet across.
Dome.
Okay.
Or sphere.
So what do
Sphere.
I know this as?
No, you asked whether or not it's something that seems familiar. It's a space-like structure. It's not something that you would. It's not. It's something that you would expect if you were dealing with extraterrestrials, but
Have
it
you
does
been
not.
in Disney World?
No, but it looks like the Epcot Tower. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just very, very
100-sided.
short, very short, and very, very round. I mean, the circle's way too big for for comparison. Looks almost like the sphere at.
In the Cot Center?
Well, Epcot, but no, I was thinking specifically more along the looks more like the California Angels Tower. It's got the
Okay.
big circle thing. In this case, it's a sphere.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just thinking like, it's like a really tiny Epcot sphere on top of the Washington Monument with 3 hexagonal pyramids around it.
That's pretty close. Fairly close description.
Okay.
The sides.
Hart's
of the-
gonna walk towards it.
Okay.
Heart. Stop.
As you're approaching it, the one thing that you'll notice is that the sides of the sphere-like object are reflective.
So it could have reflected like us.
Does Hart see anything familiar about it?
No.
Okay. We're going to stay here. I'll take a closer look. But you're too obvious. I can.
Hard help. Trust.
Heart, no, not on this. You can't crawl on the ground.
Hart
Okay.
sees nothing to crawl from. It's just there's no people around, right?
Right. You don't see anybody.
There's no people. There's nothing to hide from. It's a structure.
Oh, your sensors all working?
Does a quick
As far as
diagnostic.
his understanding, they are within 30 feet.
Yeah, quick diagnostic doesn't indicate anything wrong. You've used another 4 hours of walking time, though.
Hart's gonna go towards it.
Do you know something? Heart stop. Not our destination. Interesting, but we have a long way to go.
I think we need to check it out.
To what end?
Well,
We have
Heart,
a fixed
heart.
amount of food, a place to get you that we don't exactly know where it is.
He raises the solar panel part.
And then he's going to show the very small and getting increasingly smaller line of his battery. Heart.
Okay, I agree. If you can pick up energy from this thing, it's a benefit for all of us.
So Heart's going to continue on towards the thing.
Okay. Are you going to try to navigate the pyramids, or are you going to try to walk along the V-like shape between the pyramids that lead to the
He's going to
tower?
look down the V to see
Okay.
if there's an obvious...
Looking down the V, the bottom 6 or 8 feet are completely enclosed. Metal panel. This does look familiar. You see a bulkhead door.
Console.
Okay.
Let's go towards the bulkhead.
like trying to see if the door is like how to open it and like.
It's got a big round handle in the middle of it, like a captain's wheel.
I'm going to turn it.
Left or right?
Yes. Whichever one works.
Try to turn it right. Or
Obviously
right.
left first.
Right. So you turn it. You hear a clicking sound. Clack, 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 clack. And then there's a hissing sound, and steam comes from the entire framework around the outside of the door.
He's going to jump
Whoosh.
to block the steam from the fleshy ones.
Alright. Yeah. Jumping back.
Okay.
Yep, step back.
The doorway space, however, is only 4 foot wide. Heart will not fit through the door.
Gonna have to push forward.
Okay.
I enter. Yes.
Well, the door is still closed. All I said
Oh.
was you heard the hissing sound from around.
I know you earned that arrow, and you earned it well, but you don't have a bow and you don't know how to use it. I do.
Stabbed.
But it is yours,
Well, it's the same size as the javelin. It's just narrower and thinner,
yeah,
more fragile.
and it's meant to be shot from a bow.
That is correct.
It is something that is actually a great gift. They have so few in the tribe that to give one up is to you is a great privilege. This much I knew.
Okay. So you're at the door.
Okay, open up the door.
So you're
I'm opening up the door.
okay. You pull on it. It'll crank open. As it does, a light inside turns on. Rotating green light.
Okay. So far, so good. Green is good.
Hanging from the opposite wall, from a almost looks like entrails. Looks like green and blue and black entrails hanging down and looping. There is a looks like a pair of earmuffs, like to keep your ears warm from the cold weather, hanging from above. It has a weird little metal arm that points up right alongside the side of the left ear. What would be the left ear?
All right.
She'd
Console?
recognize it, right?
No,
She does.
I do. I know.
Console?
Console. Fixing.
I know what those are. She goes up and puts on.
So you're gonna walk inside.
I'm gonna walk inside.
Okay.
Hart tries to,
Tries to stick one leg in there. Yeah.
just kind of like
Hold the door
tucking
open.
his arms in, like
It
bending
does-
down really forward.
Yeah.
Plonk,
Rotate.
plonk.
Rotate.
Wonk, squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
Honk.
Well, you stick a foot in the door, it might stop it from closing on us.
Okay. So you get to the headphones looking thing, and you're going to put them
Yeah.
on.
Could Hart fit in if he detached all of his arms?
The problem there is that for the leg mechanism to get through, you'd have to extend them out to full length, which would make you too tall.
Okay.
Okay.
I just.
Yeah, you get it.
Can I do like an investigation check because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay. She puts them on.
What are you going to investigate? Okay, so
Oh.
so checks like that, you have to tell me what you're trying to successfully do.
So I would try to see any items that can be useful. That can
Oh, looks like a pile of, for lack of a better term, looks like there's some forging tools against the wall inside. Big pairs of pliers and things like. You wouldn't know what they are, but spanners
I'm
and
gonna
such.
give it to Hart, or pick him up.
So you're going to go in and you're going to climb inside as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you inside there is a snug fit because it was fundamentally made for like one person in there. So the two of you both in there. As soon as the second one of you steps in, the door will close. You actually hear the door make like a squeaking sound, and the door starts to close.
Art tries to stop it.
I'm back up.
Okay, you put any pressure at all, it'll stop and it'll begin to.
She will go up to
Reopen
the
again.
tools, pick them up, hand it to him.
And
pass
then
it.
I pass the tools to Hart.
So he's going to use his two lifter arms to jam in to keep it completely open.
Well, yeah. As soon as
That
given
happens.
the contact any resistance at all, it backs off like an elevator door.
Then he'll slowly let them hand stuff out and he'll add it onto the packs.
Okay.
So, what tools did we get?
Just a big pair of spanners and a big,
Her
for lack of a better term, a wrench.
Spanners, wrench. Okay. Art's gonna show him the double-ended plug and where his plug slots are. Show plugging in, and then show on her box that it also plugs into that. Telling him to basically look for something that can.
Well, she's standing inside. So
So she understands it because I'm like,
You don't necessarily
she'll
understand.
just nod because she knows what he's saying. What he's
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
know.
okay.
I know. She turns on the box. I know.
Okay. So
Yes.
you're in the little room by yourself. After a few seconds, the door will start to close again.
I'm
Okay.
You're going.
still holding it.
Okay.
So she will go ahead. Yeah, but that might attract attention.
That's
if
fine.
this is automated. She says, you might let it.
Now you want that? Okay. You can talk to him, but inside the headset, now that you're wearing it, you hear a staticky sound. Coordinator Afrit Desjana.
Does that have any meaning to her?
Doesn't sound like anything you would know.
I tried really hard to find you some stuff. I couldn't.
You could.
Can she turn off the speaker button? Can she find this,
Mute it so you don't
that
say
microphone button and turn it off so she can hear, but not they won't pick
Well,
up?
the arm's still hanging straight up over here. It hasn't even. You haven't swung it down.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to.
Okay.
That usually means it's off. Well,
If you've not used one, no, you wouldn't know that. But yes.
my headphone is I sling up the arm and it's off.
Mm-hmm.
And you sling it down and it works.
Right.
So she's keeping it slung up.
A couple more times, the voice says the same thing. This is coordinator. Denana.
Denana?
Dejana, you know it.
So wait, do you have an auxiliary cord that you?
Like an extension cord?
Yeah.
Nope. We don't really know. I don't think we ever said how long this double-ended one was, but that's all we
It's
got.
like 3 feet.
Yeah.
It's a jumper, just for her to use from one unit to another.
She
And then we have the one-sided one from the
Right.
solar panel.
Yep.
But it's safe to assume any other wires that aren't doing anything.
okay. She will continue.
Now, while you're standing inside the space, there's little windows out the other 3 sides. But the one thing you can notice is that the floor itself looks like it's disconnected from the walls. There's a gap all the way around.
Don't like that idea. What's the general shape of the inside of this area?
It's a
Hexagon?
It's a circle. No, it's a round space.
She takes her dagger out and she puts it down between the wall and the
Okay, it'll jab in until the blade thickness stops it.
Okay.
She is Terran, and she has experience with
Technology.
similar technology. Would she
She
be able to
knows-
do some sort of intelligence check to know what's what?
Yeah, like it's
clearly
an elevator.
It's clearly an elevator.
Right.
It's an access port.
Yeah.
That won't operate while the door's open.
Okay. Intelligence check.
Can I circle the building? To see
Sure.
If any, I can find
No.
You're gonna step onto the are you gonna step on the trapezoids, or are you gonna walk up to the top of the hex pads?
I'm gonna walk like the trapezoid's on the ground, right?
Yeah, it's the two walls between the two that you had to walk down to get to
Yeah, I'm just gonna
the
try
tower.
to do
So
it.
you're gonna stay on the trapezoids. You're not
Yeah.
gonna go up onto the platforms. Okay.
So
Keep
You
using
circle
that
it. It doesn't
symbol.
take long. It's only about 10 feet around. So
and
She
I'm
says,
looking
"Hard,
for
keep
anything.
using that solar panel."
Hard fixing. And it doesn't work.
Okay, so the
There's no
elevator
sun.
will go down.
he looks up at the globe.
He did give you the information that if the door closes, it may work.
Yeah, there's a sign that says doors will not.
Cannot engage when
Elevator
the door
will not
Yeah.
engage well.
Well,
More than likely, a panel right there inside the door. Follow protocols. Safety first.
Escape.
Clean air is healthy air.
Wash your hands.
I lost Stacy.
If you are sick, stay home.
oh, I wish I could be
That's,
home.
that's the. No, I was just making a joke about the Barack Obama health message that people use for a long time.
Can I check the top?
Well, you'd have to climb the tower,
And it's 30 feet,
20 feet.
20 feet.
Yeah, so it's only 10 feet up to the bottom of the dome.
Yeah, can I do that?
Sure. Climbing up the outside. You see inside there are three major cable-looking things. These big separate tubes linked together, rising up through the center and into the bottom of the
Say that again.
three tubes going up into the base of the sphere.
I motion to heart console.
Fixing console.
Not a,
Every once in a while, the door tries to close, then bumps into you and opens back.
Hard fixing.
yes, hard, but she, if she can't find anything else in this area, she walks back towards the outside.
Well, it's just literally step in and step out. It's just
Yeah.
as wide as you are. So
Yeah. Okay, it's an elevator, Hart. It goes down, but the door has to close before it goes down.
Oh, then he lets it go.
However, there's somebody here.
the door closes as soon as he lets it go. The door will close.
Okay.
Then the little wheel will spin of its own accord. There'll be a hissing sound. The room will fill with some kind of steam-like material. After a few seconds, it dissipates.
Sterilizing the place, most likely.
Or it's poison.
Now, Hart, it's an elevator. It obviously goes down
Can I
and
hear
then.
You hear her?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you hear her.
Through the door.
She came in. No, she came out.
Oh.
She came out. Am I?
She came out and then told you to go ahead and let go. So you let go.
Okay.
Okay. The idea is the elevator won't work. I'm going to go down if.
It's totally a Monty Python moment. She's standing inside the elevator, and then she steps out to explain to you what she's going to do. And lets
I'm
the
going to go
elevator
down the elevator.
But now the elevator door is closed.
Okay, well, we can open it again.
He turns it to the left and
As you turn it to
Open
the
up.
left, it makes a clicking sound, and then there's a whoosh of sound as the steam is
Whoosh.
released.
Okay.
She's a lot closer this time, so now she gets to make a Constitution save.
I gotta use the restroom. If you want, we can go on a break, but I'm just gonna use the restroom.
I think
Nah, we're too close. Why don't you go ahead and
I think
finish it
I
out?
will.
We'll try not to kill you before you get
Where did
back.
my name tag go? I had my
Helping
name
Heart.
tag out there. I had it out earlier. My name tag that. Oh, much better.
So wait, is there like a plug that I'm saying?
No, it's just you wouldn't know to call them cords or cables. It's 3 spiral-looking structures attached together with this weird mechanical, metal ring every 3 feet going up. So and then they connect to the bottom and disappear inside of the.
And she doesn't see an
Who knows?
outlet or anything?
What's up?
She doesn't see an outlet or anything inside?
She wasn't looking for one. Now she's outside. Did you make your deck? Did you make your con save?
Yes, I don't know. 17.
Yeah, that's fine. It smells a little. I guess you'd call it antiseptic, though clean smelling.
Kind of weird smelling.
Yeah.
Antiseptic.
Yeah. Sharp, pungent ammonia.
Are you still there somewhere? So
He's up above you. He's standing on the tower. He climbed up the tower. He says, "Hey, did you see any of this inside?"
Yes, I saw the 3. Yeah. She trying to help. Yes, I saw the 3 cords descending from above.
And they went down below.
Yeah, and then went down below.
So the door's now open again.
Okay. She's gonna risk going down,
Okay.
so she'll close the door.
Step in. The door closes on its own, or you can pull it closed.
Yeah, she'll pull it.
You hear a clicking sound. The room fills with steam. Make a Constitution save again.
That one is better. That's a 13. Well, no, it's not. It's 13 plus Constitution 6. 19. Okay, that's better.
And you feel the fall. You feel the floor fall out from underneath you.
That fast?
Yes. Are you familiar with like the old vacuum tubes that people used to? It's like that. Pressure inside there. Once the pressure builds up enough, it goes foop and drives you down into the ground.
Okay.
So you actually feel yourself go weightless for a second as you go
Yeah.
under. They don't see that. All they see is the windows fog up like they did before. And when they open, when the fog clears after a few seconds, you're not there anymore.
Yeah.
It looks like she got disintegrated.
Like, Heart, help! Heart!
So he's pointing at the window. She stepped in, went through the protocol. Steam came into the room with her, and as the steam filled the room, she vanishes. But you won't know that until the steam clears and you see no one inside the yacht.
Heart?
Alright, so I'm gonna go down,
So you climb back down.
yeah, and
Okay.
into the room. Kind of like,
Okay. Well, the door's closed again because when she went in, the door closed, and Ratchet had closed again. So you'd have to reopen it.
so,
You try to turn it, it won't turn.
Heart's gonna knock.
No answer. Okay, so down below, a voice says in a series of clicks and whistles. It doesn't even sound like a language. Here.
She does not know what she's gotten into.
Does Heart's head come off?
I don't know. I don't believe the gnome ever tried that.
That's something to try. I need to get into this small space.
Take my head with you.
Here.
I'm gonna try.
Or reach in and give him whatever is you, the core of you. Okay, so after the clicking sound, there's a couple of seconds, and then there's I can't do French with that damn, so there's some words that come out in French.
Puisque mes réponses, que donc
Thank you.
quelques heures.
And then a few more seconds, and a voice comes out. It sounds like German.
Das Deutschen Gefälle, die allen alle.
Finally, a voice comes across in Terran, and says,
Rigatoni.
"Welcome to International Space Program Vessel Vesper.
It was Epcot.
Thank you. She responds.
Please step from the access port.
She's
Door opens.
door open.
Après vu.
As it does, the lights around you come on. And 6 lights come on around.
I
One in each color.
Après
I
Zaï.
think this is an old thing. Is this an old thing from her, like an early space probe or something?
You don't remember anything about a space program going.
Vespa.
Vespa. With a V.
Vespa.
Yeah, they came here on a scooter.
International Space
Little
Organization.
Italian scooter.
Does she remember anything about that?
You don't.
Can I try the door again?
Well, after she steps out, the door will close. You'll hear a clicking sound when you try to open the door. At first it won't open. Then it will. Tick, 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 tick. Gases come out. You're going to stand there, make your con save.
Right in the face.
Right in the face.
15
You're fine.
plus.
Step away.
But it cleans your hair.
Pungent, cleansing smell.
Smells like Febreze.
I'm gonna search for like.
There's in the area you're in, Valora. There are 6 panels, one on each wall. Each one of them bathed with the light of the color from above them. It's every color except for purple. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue.
Yeah.
No, it would be purple. It would be the 6th. No indigo. There is no truth.
There were three loops.
Oh, that's not
Blue,
good.
yellow, and white.
Up
Right.
above,
Yeah, up above.
green, black, white.
Green, black, white. Oh,
So there's yellow,
the
green,
positive,
black,
the
white.
negative, and the ground.
Could be.
Could be.
But yeah, that's a science mind for you. It could be.
So there's no indigo, right?
No indigo.
Okay. So is it primarily yellow?
Is it primarily yellow?
Yellow?
No, it's uniformly all 6 colors.
6.
Each of the panels has a weird gray mirror above it. The mirror reflects dully. You can barely make yourself out. It's literally you're looking at the reflection in the glass, not in the actual. It's not like a mirrored surface. Below each is a
Heart.
I searched the room for.
You step in?
Corazon.
Yeah.
Okay, so you step in, you're looking around, the earpieces are still hanging. Oh, when you stepped out, you would have the headphones would have come off because you don't have enough cord to get out of the room, so you didn't bring the earphones with you.
Okay.
So when you left, they would have pulled off.
Well, she probably would have known to take them off, I guess.
I would think. Well, even I'm just saying, even she.
Well, I didn't realize they were hooked in. I thought there were 3.
No, they're attached to a cable.
Okay.
That's
no
what the
Bluetooth.
That's what the wires were. Was yeah. This is old.
With the squiggly.
Even by our modern technology, this is old stuff. Okay, so actually you'll see them the headset swinging.
Yeah, kind of like pat them like a cat, like just.
Okay.
Like,
Ground
make
control
a
to Major Tom.
perception test.
7 plus minus 1, so 6.
6. You don't even hear anything from them.
All right. I'm gonna search the room for any like doors or locks, freaking
Levers.
levels.
There doesn't seem to be anything of that. Well, there's a little panel on the side that's it's yellow with stripes on it and has this weird little almost looks like a spider. Actually, it's 6-legged, really sharp feet at the end of each of the legs.
Touch it.
It-
Open it.
Okay. Inside you see a little red lever. Beside it is a red and black panel. The red is in little slash lines going around the outside. The black says something, and there's a symbol down below it that looks like a circle with a line through it in red over the image of someone grabbing that handle.
Heart.
Grab the handle.
Heart's gonna slowly back out of the door.
As he backs away from the door will close.
No, Heart.
Click, 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 click.
Pull the level.
You are going to pull the lever, even though that symbol
Pull
is
the
like
lever!
international language.
Oh,
of
I would recognize.
No, it's not that. It's a red circle with a line through it.
I mean,
Over the
hand
outside of
pulling.
the handle.
Do not.
I mean,
Well, we don't. They use it.
Some people just like to let the world burn. Okay.
Right. Some people just want to push buttons.
well, I mean, I don't know what happened to her, and like,
In meta, are you willfully choosing to pull the lever that it says not to pull?
oh no, I mean, I wouldn't, I would think that I wouldn't know.
If
what
I
the
drew
level
the
does.
picture of it, do you visually see what I'm describing?
Oh, like a red circle, with a line, but like, would that have any
It's
annotation
over.
to us? Or
Yeah, unfortunately, it's standard Earthling
Right. It's
kind
not.
of
But
symbology.
But the reason why they'd use it is that it's visually
It's universal. It doesn't matter what language you speak. It kind of shows.
shows it's a bad thing to
like
do.
Bad idea.
oh, okay.
And the color red is, in this world is known as control. So red.
It would look bad to me.
It can be.
Okay.
Yes.
I wouldn't pull it then.
You kind of look at it and you start to reach for it, and
I
all of a
probably
sudden,
think it was a
all of a
child.
sudden as the door closes and it clicks, you are surprised, and the room starts to fill with gas. Make another save.
All right.
You hear a little voice in your head like, "Don't pull it.
8.
Heart not helping.
I'm your conscience."
10.
10. Okay. After a few seconds, and you've walked around and you're looking at these little panels. All of a sudden, the room behind you, there's this foomp sound, and you see the chamber with gas just starting to clear inside of it. The door pops open. He slumps out of it, unconscious on the ground.
Oh, shoot. Okay, she goes over and pulls him out of it.
Okay. You come to almost immediately as she pulls you out. You have a horrible headache. If you've never had Halon in the face, that's what you just had. Halon in the face is a horrible experience. It's anoxia.
Yummy.
So you've got a major headache from not having enough oxygen for the few seconds as you breathe.
So I'm assuming that when you open the door, no one's there.
Right.
Heart's gonna be upset. He's gonna. I'm assuming that there's 2 other V places where the hexagons come together. Because there's 3 hexagons.
The 3 hexagons, the center point is where you're at.
Right. But there would be a
There's
valley
3,
between.
There's 3 valleys, right.
Right. He's gonna go to see if there's a bigger door in one of the other valleys.
Alright.
Can't come down here. It's too small.
As you're walking around, what you do find is on the 3rd of the 3 hexes, there's a trapezoidal door in the side of the dome, of the pyramid. Or basically one whole side is a door. But it's only going to be this wide.
He's gonna try to open it.
Okay, no, it'd be fine. You can, okay. Go ahead and make a strength check.
13 plus 17.
Yeah, so you basically grab a hold of a handle and pull it, and there's a slacking, clack sound, because what it's doing is it's moving armatures that pull the locks out on both sides. And when you pull the door open, you're looking down into a shaft, and there is a cylinder with a cone on the top of it, pointed up.
Slowly close that back down. Ooh. Check one more time.
Yep, it's probably
Ooh.
3 stories tall.
Underground.
Yes.
All 6 arms backing away slowly. You're gonna go back to the door. Heart? Heart?
Okay.
I'm gonna try to see if I can get back from the way I came.
No,
Terrans have an interesting thing
Just
to
stay
face.
with me. I'm glad you're okay.
Okay, so red, white, blue, green, orange, red are the panels around you.
Okay.
I look around.
Underneath each one is a little panel, and now that you're like taking a little bit more time to look, one of them actually says NASA under it. That would be the white one.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around for
He
anything.
clicks on.
Okay,
Don't touch anything.
make a wisdom check though.
Okay. I just wondering if it started off with anything else. Well, that's not very good.
Wait till you see what I see.
2.
2. Nope. The logo doesn't even, at first it doesn't register as NASA. The symbol looks so stylized different.
I can draw it. It's the new one, right?
Yes.
That's weird. I mean, I recognize the letters, but it's not the way we did it.
Yeah, it's white at the top. There you go.
Nonetheless,
I ran out of room.
so look at the panel and open it up. Carefully.
I did it really
Yes,
bad. I
sir.
ran out of room, but like that.
And
It doesn't quite look like
It
letters.
doesn't quite look like letters.
Z or sorry, 2.
NASA. The other A is supposed to be just like that. It's just an arch.
Um,
Doesn't look right.
I look
Yeah, it
to see
doesn't
if there's
look
anything valuable around.
There are some right below each of the nameplate things, which is like I said in different languages. The only one that's legible is the one that says NASA. Is a round, looks like a gem, mounted just below it, in the color that matches the light above.
Green.
Each one. In this
Oh.
case, you're looking at white
Oh.
because it's the NASA one.
You hear heart in your heart, remembering about some chords.
They don't match color-wise either, because there's white and a black upstairs.
Treasure.
No.
Art's just going to go around and check to see if there's any other.
Each one of them actually has a panel based on the placement. You didn't see them because of where they were.
So there's 3.
There's 3, one for each of the consoles. And just to make sure, yes, there are 3.
Okay.
She'll go to the next. What else is inside? I saw the gem, but what else is inside this panel?
We didn't open the panel. It's just a nameplate with a dot gem below it.
Okay.
And the gem is way too perfect. And if you just do a cursory touch of it, it isn't cold. It isn't below ambient room temperature like the actual stones would. It feels
A little warm.
Kind of like this.
yeah. You've seen the buttons I'm talking about, the gem faceted buttons.
Okay.
Once you're both down there, the little screen, the white screen in particular, will flicker on, and there will be a person dressed in the camera. The camera image, the camera image is black and white. The person is wearing a weird headset with ear coverings, and the headset he's wearing is black and white, divided down the middle, quadried. So the helmet wraps around the sides of his ears and down around his chin. He has a black shirt on that has a white jacket over it. He's wearing goggles that are like 3 inches thick. So his eyes are really oversized. And he goes,
So it's a moving picture.
yeah.
I cast Divine Sense.
I'm
Nothing?
fluent in lips.
Like ghost?
I have no sound.
He messes with something down below, looks back up again. Can you hear me? Hello. But it
No.
doesn't match his lips. The message is sometime after he speaks.
So it's like,
Ghost?
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
It's like a bad dub of an old Japanese movie.
Except, yeah. Anyway, voice says, I notice you are two. Where is your third crewman?
Clunk, clunk, clunk. Fart!
Outside right now.
Are we attempting to return from mission?
Not your mission.
I'm sorry. Is this not Tabitha?
No.
Visibly rocked. I recommend you depart immediately, or I will have to take severe action.
Why? I'm a member of a NASA Expeditionary Force.
Please give your operating number.
She gives her name. She gives her number.
Her rank
Let's
and
think
dog
of it.
tag number. That's all you'll give him.
1123 77654.
I'm sorry, we don't have such a number in our records. Please depart, or I will have to take severe action. Each time he rocks all the way back in his seat. Just
Look, I was cut off. Our ship crashed on the mountains, the nearby mountains. I'm the sole survivor of that crash. I'm trying to get back to my...
I am sorry. I do not know who you are, but if this is some kind of a joke, it's not very funny, and you are endangering a multi-billion-dollar project.
I
Please
have not
depart.
touched anything. I will not touch anything.
Please depart before I have to take severe action.
Translator.
God, it's amazing how stupid you corporate people can be. Let's go back.
Translator?
So you're going translator, pointing at her box? Translator?
She just goes like that. Go. We need to go. Go. With me.
Okay.
Come.
So you get back to the tube. Only one person can fit in there. You gonna try to squeeze two in there?
No.
No.
She sends you up.
Right. I go in.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
Hart's gonna open up one of them and try to see if the large cylinder cone thing will come out.
So you're like motioning to it?
No, like trying to
You-
lift
you
it.
can't reach it. You can't even reach it. It's 15 feet out there. Standing all alone inside of that 20-foot space. Remember, each one was 20 feet across. So you might...
He's gonna
you
look
might
at
lean, You might lean out and touch one, but you wouldn't be able to grab a hold of it.
Is there rocks nearby?
No.
No.
Not that you can't go cut a cube of permafrost. You've already shown that you can do that. You want to
He's
start?
gonna contemplate.
Okay. While you do that, so you climb back into the pit, the thing. As soon as you climb in, it waits for a few seconds. Then it closes. There's a ratcheting sound. Click, click, click. And again, it makes a weird sound and fills the room with gas.
Save yourself this time.
19 plus.
You quickly hold your breath. Find yourself looking out the window as he's standing next to a side panel on one of the hex-shaped doors. And it's really weird. He looks like he's contemplating. His head is cocked slightly to the side, and he's got his arms folded. He's taken on like human affectation.
Like, heart!
You're inside, so you shout, and it's like nothing. And then you reopen the door.
And then you can hear the door going clack, 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 clack. Foosh!
Be very quiet.
He falls out the door. He falls out the door.
King Wabbits.
I follow Hart.
You walk over to where he is?
Yeah.
Are you going to walk on the seam and walk around to where he is? Or are you going to walk across the center of one of the domes?
I'm gonna walk around the scene.
Okay.
Okay.
After a few seconds, the period returns. But on the way down, the red light comes on.
Okay.
And then the red screen turns on. And in the picture is an insect from basically the mid-torso, mid-thorax up. Click, 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 clack, click, 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 clack.
She turns on her box and says, I do not understand you.
I understand you completely.
And now I understand you.
Are you affiliated with the Terran mission? And if so, please give the negotiated arbitration number.
I was with a Terran colony ship. We were sent down.
This is highly irregular. Please give your operating number so that the negotiations can continue.
112377654.
I'm sorry, I do not show you as Tabitha Owens.
No, I am Valeria Thorson.
This conversation is completed. The screen goes
I'm
black.
leaving.
How rude.
She goes,
Well, okay, so as that happens, all the lights go red as you step into the space.
does the thing go?
Yes, you go shooting up as the red light is bathing the entire tube as you go launching up.
Okay. I hope I can just get out in time.
Okay.
Hart, what do you
Is
need?
there something happening?
Well, yes, there's a bit of there's a klaxon sounding.
As soon as it gets to the
Okay,
top.
when you get to where the door is looking down in, you basically see a cylinder with a cone on top of it, rounded cone, granted, standing alone inside of what looks to be 30-foot tall chamber.
It's 30 feet deep.
Yeah,
What was
Is there
the
a ladder?
bottom half of that person?
you wouldn't be able to see it from this vantage point. It would be against the wall.
Like, Hart, console?
No.
As you're looking down in, you'll see steam starting to rise from down below.
I'm gonna close the door.
Not until I get out.
Different door.
Never know.
I
So you close it and slam the
Danger?
shelf. And as you do that, she'll come coughing. Make your con save against the
Is
gas.
there anything?
You get advantage because you know what it's going to do.
Yeah.
Is there anything
she
around?
Holds her breath.
Is there anything around?
Anything around?
No, but the sphere is starting to light up.
What do you have?
Total of a 14.
A sword, shield.
You made it.
What do you mean?
You come coughing out.
Actually,
You
it would
have
have
like
been
a-
a total of a 15, but
Okay, with a 15, then you don't cough. So you come out.
Do you have any bits of metal? Like a dagger, something that you're not worried about?
I've got a couple
So he's
javelins.
going, helping and pointing at your knives.
He's gonna
Give it a javelin.
javelin. He's gonna try to thread it through the handle. Stop it from opening.
I got you.
Maybe.
I got you.
No.
No, that's actually this kind of a metal handle. So fold it over. You slide it through. The handle still can turn. But anyway,
He's gonna use the wrench.
there we go.
Bend it and crink it so it ain't gonna open no more.
Gotcha.
And you can do it with all three of them.
Hart, danger? Alright, so, I'm like,
Okay, so she comes coughing out. He's saying danger. You all can hear the klaxons going off. The globe up above you is starting to glow bright enough that it's like sunlight. So you stop.
No, I have 6 arms. The back arms are holding it up.
Nice. Okay, so you're holding it up as the klaxons are going off. You come out. There's steam rising from the seams of the door panels. He's successfully basically wrenched the handles so the doors can't come open.
Okay?
I ready my attack.
And we just move away.
Roll
Run.
percentage dice.
Me?
Yep.
88.
You actually get overloaded for a second because the amount of light going into that solar
Do
panel.
I go to the future because I reached 88 miles per hour?
Nice. No.
1.21 gigawatts!
Nice.
No, what you got?
Great Scott!
Get fully.
Marty!
Anyway, so yeah, you get a
I
surge
thought
that
it was a
basically.
kilojoules.
No.
That's
Gigawatts.
It's gigawatts.
Gigawatt.
No, they pronounce it.
1.21 gigawatts!
It's actually pronounced giga in the movie. I don't know whether that's actually
It's
accurate.
a
It's supposed to be
different-
giga,
It's a
right?
different thing than gigawatts. I
I don't
think.
think so. I think it's just a mispronunciation of GIGA.
It's fine.
It doesn't matter.
It is what it is. But it was gigawatts, is what he said.
Yes. So as you're standing there, he all of a sudden like slumps to all of his legs just kind of fold under him. He's holding the panel up.
Heart! Did
And
I
you-
get the last
Oh,
door
no.
closed?
You see the light just going on his face, just the red light, because the last thing he showed was like the monitor, is just filling his face.
Alright, good? Alright.
So you're out. He's made it. He got 2 of the doors for certain closed. He's got the big wrench. You can see what he was doing. Are you going to finish the project?
I'm not sure if I'm strong enough to do it, but
You're
yeah.
a paladin,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I got 16 strength, but I
You
don't
are
know.
our last hole.
So go ahead.
I'll try to do the last door.
You can call for her help, and then she can give you assistance.
Okay, I gotta look at
If you do that, then you get advantage on the
Actually,
check.
she's probably stronger than you are.
I'm 16.
No, because she's 15
Okay.
this time.
So you get advantage on the check.
Okay.
Roll twice and take the better of the 2.
I got 19 plus
Oh yeah,
3.
you wrenched it in place.
22.
I got a 20.
22.
Okay. The klaxon is stopping, but the amount of steam is increasing. Do you wish to remain, or are you going to try to run for it?
Run for it.
Alright, danger!
He's sitting completely still at this moment.
Oh god.
Run.
Alright,
You can probably handle it.
I go to Hard and try to drag him back.
You can't. He's over a ton. You're not moving
Oh.
up, and he's loaded down with all that gear.
She actually grabs you and
And starts dragging you.
Alright.
she starts dragging you on a run.
Okay. As your power surge clears, you're at 88%.
Yeah.
88%. That gives you an operating term of close to 2 weeks. And you see your friends leaving, and you also feel the ground under you starting to shake.
Are my thermal sensors going haywire?
Yes, they would be all around.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then I'm gonna bolt after that.
And now we get to see how fast he goes as he folds to his side and rolls on his new wheel.
How fast do I go?
Probably 120 in a straight line. You can't turn for shit.
Mach 2.
Do you know something? We might just hitch a ride on him and he can keep going.
Good luck.
Yeah, you catching him?
Yeah, no.
He's using blades to spin on. I don't think you want to reach out there and
Yeah.
grab part of him.
No, I don't.
I am literally a huge 1-ton rolling axle.
Alright, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go to run or dash.
Yeah, you guys are going as fast as you can go humanly possible. And then behind you is this... You ever seen any of the below ground testing of nuclear
Yep.
weapons?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ground just kind of lifts up and then floats back, and then there's this secondary dust cloud,
And then it goes way lower because it like
falls in on itself.
destroys.
Whatever was up
The whole site?
Yeah.
They might have escaped if we hadn't done anything.
Heart, there was an alien there. An
Heart.
alien. You understand?
Do I get any words back now that I'm charged?
That's what I was going to tell you. On the power surge, starting with the ramp at what your current words were, roll percentage dice and roll above the 7.
15,
Okay. Above the 10.
41,
Above the 15.
17,
Above the 20.
68,
Above 25.
71, 59,
35.
60, 25. So 40.
So 40. So that gives you functional-
40% of the English language.
Actually, what's really kind of ironic is that, yes, because what happens is it's going to be, once you have that many words, you can then create fundamental sentences. So, yes, you can speak at basically the, okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take that, you rolled 40, so
Mhm.
1/4 of that is your intelligence. So you have a 10 intelligence right now. It can be upgraded, but you have a 10 intelligence.
Okay.
So,
Heart, you okay?
Yes.
You learned a new word.
Better.
You learned a couple
Well,
words.
that much was a benefit, but I don't know what
88%.
in the name of the 7 Hades
He's
is
going to
going
show the
on
battery
here.
icon and it's almost full.
So, wait, do I know percents?
what's that?
Would I know percentage?
No, he just shows you this.
Oh.
He goes, this is empty.
He's
So
nearly
what's
full.
left of the... Did it all collapse?
Oh yeah, except for that, well, there's the central tower part is laying basically bent and mangled in the floor. The sphere itself is shattered into a bunch of pieces.
Anything useful?
And you want to climb down into the
It's
wreckage?
going to be really hot for a bit.
No. But there's more to than that. You said you saw.
An alien.
An alien. I mean,
bug
distinctly
thing.
alien, an insectoid race. At least as much as I saw, and it was clicking and clacking at me.
But more disturbing, your translator translated it.
Which means...
Your people know about them.
Dun dun dun.
Well, yes, and they kept on saying a free. Well, it was really screwed, but it screwed up in enough different places that it was something like that. Jana.
Free Dejeuner. And you saw NASA.
And your system suggests that the humans know about whatever the aliens.
Yes, because
That they were, in
they
fact...
spoke to me in German.
Cahoots.
no.
They spoke
What-
to me in French.
What's the word?
Collaborating.
He used a word. Negotiating.
Yes.
They were negotiating a deal, and they were waiting for somebody, a 3-person team, a Tabitha, and he never gave another name.
Yeah, he did. I just don't remember what it was. Tabitha something.
Tabitha. Owens?
Tabitha was the one.
I gave her full name.
Yeah, Tabitha Owens.
There you go.
Write it down.
Write it down so you don't forget because you'll want it.
I mean,
Tabitha or
You were
Right.
I was there, but
Just write it down.
okay.
trust
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
because realize that that in play, your character may not know something, but if you as a player remember, if she's supposed to know it, you can remind her.
Also, I like to play it where the party's probably going to tell everybody
What they heard.
what they heard.
What's
so
a
it doesn't-
Tabitha?
It
Yeah,
was Tabitha.
What is a Tabitha?
it's a
It's
name.
a name. It's a woman's name.
Does she need help?
Don't assume it's a woman. Tabitha could be very masculine.
Nice.
Hi. I think I liked you better with fewer words.
It sucks to be you.
Does she need
Thank
help?
you.
Should we rescue Tabitha?
Tabitha in my world is normally a woman's name.
He was just teasing.
Does Does she need help?
Well, apparently
She
she was due to come here with 2 other people. They asked me if I was Tabitha. I couldn't. There's no reason to lie to them. I wasn't. They didn't recognize my
Identification code?
n-
Or you're not going to
my
say that?
identification number. They seem to know nothing about it. I know nothing about them. I have never heard about them, but apparently somebody knows about them.
How? What's the effect of this very large heat blast on the frozen landscape around us?
Well, first of all, the good news is that it's not as hot as you might have thought because they weren't what you think.
Oh, I knew what they were. I said gonna take her home, so they're just rocket
gotcha.
boosters.
Right. Recovery, yep.
But just in case,
She was hoping she could get recovered.
Heart. What does this symbol mean? And I draw it in the ground.
You could pronounce it.
NASA.
Yep. Oh, he actually pronounces it correctly. That's pretty funny. That's right, it would.
What does that mean?
NASA, North American Space Agency,
Terran.
Terran.
Yeah, in Terran.
Your country has this?
No, you've got to have your box going or else he wouldn't get that.
Let me see box.
Are most of the countries still intact
Wait.
as countries on Earth?
No.
So
NASA
we-
is now an acronym. It used to mean that. Now it just refers to
Is it
all
a
of us.
world organization, or is it like the North American continent and the South American continent, Europe, Asia?
NASA took over, man.
The Neutral Alliance of Space Administrators.
Neutral Alliance Space Administration?
Administrators.
Administrate. No wonder my father took off for Alaska.
What country are you from?
It's no country, it's a world.
You're from a different realm?
Is not a world.
Alaska is a place in this world.
Like Cryopathia is here.
So a different realm.
Alaska,
Something
plane.
like that.
Different plane?
no. Same universe.
Well, it doesn't matter. The translation of his word "plane" would be ambiguous on your machine.
Plane.
Same rectangular or same triangular equilateral positioning.
Yeah. Or it's the tool to plane wood.
Right.
But no. We have the concept of planes. Other places.
He doesn't.
I did say realm before.
He
Right.
doesn't.
Dude,
He said realms like kingdoms. You say, are you from another
No
kingdom?
kingdoms. One world.
Like hell. You
One world.
Like Cryopathia.
One government.
You know what Cryopathia is. It's a nation.
okay.
Like
What's this last year? called?
Vermidune.
Like Dea. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
no, that's a
Nycos.
country, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean like, the infernal, like.
Right. You're trying to name all these
Yeah.
things off, and none of it. You say hellish because she's going to say infernal. It's going to say hellish. It's not going to translate what you're trying to get across.
Just so I know,
Sure.
what knowledge do I and don't I have?
Well, you don't have complete knowledge. You're
Right, what should I have now? Do I have Earth knowledge, or do I have like 4th iteration knowledge? Do I have what?
You remember doing what the gnome wanted.
Okay.
You know the history that you are from someplace else. You know that part. You know the name NASA, but you don't know. He would have wiped the mainframe, so to speak.
Gotcha.
and replaced it with localized information.
So I see the name, it clicks with something,
Right.
but I may not know the full
Right.
what it is.
Connotation.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So Anchorage.
Anchorage.
She goes, yeah, that's in Alaska too.
Yeah. We have
Wait.
an anchorage in Alaska, but come to think
Juneau,
about it,
capital.
is capital of that region.
Weren't. Was.
We go.
All right.
Meet
My anchorage. My anchorage.
your anchorage.
Okay.
Oh, from here, looking down into the space, you see a pool forming. You're thinking, wow, that must be hot down there because it's melting awful fast. But the pool that is forming is shiny and silvery and not moving like water at all.
And that's way down there?
And that's 30, 35 feet down, wherever the base of that space would have been.
What's that?
Danger.
Can we see a ladder?
No, because it's
The hole.
it's
Crater.
filling the space.
Is it the
I
plane
want to
enough
look-
to walk down?
Yeah, it's rugged. You have to climb down, but yeah, you can climb down.
I'm gonna climb down. See if there's stuff, things.
No.
Okay, so there will be pieces of shrapnel and bits of tech laying around as you're approaching the surface of this. Now,
Can I start pocketing stuff? Or?
yes, so you're gonna roll.
I need to renew my tech bag.
Yeah, so you're gonna start at percentage dice. You're gonna start at 5%, and you're gonna roll above that, just like he was doing earlier. Every time you succeed, the pool is gonna go up by 5 more percent. When you fail to make it, the last number you succeed at is
So
percentage.
over 5%. Okay. Over 10%. Okay, that's 19. That's a little close.
40.
Over 15%. Oh, 90.
So I got up to 40, and then I rolled an Ot 5, which means I can't
15.
progress.
Over 20.
So I'm gonna go down to the.
Rated by 1 on over 20.
Yes.
Over 25, easily.
I'm gonna go down to
35.
I got you.
the strange material, the quicksilver.
35.
Okay.
Over
so
20.
So that means
Over
that you have
30.
a bag of technology that worth a value of up to
40.
35. When you go to use it, you have to use it for a tech purpose, and then you roll percentage dice to roll under that to find something that will work.
So like I was looking for a heavy chunk of steel, and I rolled against my 30 whatever bag, and it was 33.
Out of the 38 or whatever. And so
Yeah, and so literally what I ended up carrying, I was carrying a huge block of
metal.
and some bits.
Okay, tech value is 50. That's where I stopped.
Oh,
And I
good.
blew it royal on the.
The same thing
next one.
applies to the big pile of cargo that you took from the ship. That's how he found the salt. Cargo pool.
So
She sees if she
whatever I
can
need
find
it for,
something
I have to
that
roll
she can.
underneath.
Yeah.
Yes, but it has to be for that purpose. So it has to be in this case tech.
She takes.
And you got to have the knowledge to know how to use it. You can't just arbitrarily go, "Oh, I'm going to see if I've got a robot in the back."
She wants to find some sort of
Tenth
container.
laser.
She looks in the stuff for any sort of container where she can capture some of the silver stuff and find out what the heck it is.
You'd have to use something of your own.
I'm gonna look in the ship stuff to see if there's maybe some
She gets
containers,
a flask.
okay.
some
so
flasks or a cocked
Yeah.
barrel,
You know, like a pint flask or like a metal canteen.
Sure.
a wine cask.
She figures that she doesn't even know the water that's in it. So
Nice.
She pours
I got-
out the canteen,
how much did it burn?
23 out of
pulls it up
51.
and fills it
Okay,
up.
so it burned off 23, but he found that you can dump some containers out of your other stuff, and that's why it's taking so much. Is you're actually throwing away stuff to make it
Yeah.
work.
So what's 50?
Okay, she gets one,
What?
whatever that
28.
standard GI.
Yeah, you got a tin. What do we call it?
It's not
Canteen,
tin anymore.
Are
It's
there any
probably
like?
some.
Back then, there might have been tin
So what did we say? I found like some.
What do you mean back then?
in the Renaissance. Oh no, you're right. You're modern.
Yeah, it would be modern tech.
Okay. But no, I took all of that away from you. You have just base stuff.
We certainly wouldn't take some sort of water container away from me.
Yeah, replace it with a regular skin. He's trying to save you. He does not want anybody to know your background. So he took away, other than your clothing. We talked about this.
Yeah, okay, I guess I could
But it's okay.
understand.
I had plenty. So
Okay.
Well, and you got a skin. You could fill the skin.
Okay, she'll take the skin and fill it.
Okay.
so what do we say? Just so I can write it down, like a
1 quart each.
wine. How many objects did I find? 23. percent?
1.
1. Okay, so 1 quart
Right.
of.
And you've got a quart as well.
Okay, so together, the
Yeah,
party
half
has
gallon.
2 quarts.
Yeah, you have a half a gallon. Unless you wanted to collect some of the silvery stuff too.
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks.
Also notice that the silvery stuff, when it gets in contact with your skin, it'll be all over the outside of the skin as well.
Hmm?
She's filling a wineskin or a skin bag with the stuff. It'll be all over the outside as well. Same with the container. When you dip it down in, it'll have it all over the outside of the container as well.
I'm going to try to wipe it off my metal hand.
Okay. Not really effective for scraping stuff.
Yeah.
It kind of leaves a little line of
Shake it a little bit. Does it come off at all?
No, as a matter of fact, it seems to spread a little bit more around the outside of it when you shake it.
Okay, well, just put it in something else and just leave them alone. We'll put all 3 of them together and wrap it up in something else.
Well, what?
How about a little bit left over of that skin?
Let's
Or cloth from the sails of the thing?
Yep.
Whatever you need me to roll from.
No, yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to grant you can use some material from the sails. It's not supple by any stretch. Canvas is kind of taut material, but yeah, you can wrap it up in it.
All
I'm
right.
gonna
Wait, so do I think this is like liquid silver or?
Okay, so mechanically it looks like quicksilver. So
Mercury.
it beads up funny. It doesn't. Wind blowing across it doesn't cause it to ripple like water would.
Dip my sword. in.
Silver also does not
You
remain
dip your sword in
liquid
it?
Yeah.
in this temperature.
When you pull the sword out,
Shiny.
okay. So the places where metal touch, including the cask, when you bring it back out, those places are not in contact with it. It's literally like the liquid avoided the metal.
So I can't touch it.
It doesn't stick to you. That's what I'm saying. You scrape it and you're not very effective at scraping it.
So can I try to put my hand in the...
Yeah. And it's a weird feeling because it's like your hand becomes buoyant. And it shouldn't be. Feel like you're pushing pressure down into it, but it's trying to push you back
So like
out.
the surface tension
Right.
won't break.
Yeah, well, it does because of the finger pressure. You can actually put like your
She
fingers down
reaches
into
It's
it.
like magnets being pushed
She
away.
actually
Right.
takes her hand and tries to touch it.
Are there any?
Constitution save.
Oh, God.
Remember, I'm metal. I'm not touching with the flesh.
Not only that, she's an other.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Oh, a whole 8.
Okay. Start that same percentage process at 8.
Okay.
Roll above the 8.
Okay.
Did you beat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you're rolling above 10.
I'd fail quickly if I were you.
Yeah.
Above 15.
Yeah.
20.
No.
Okay. So 15
Mm-hmm.
times 4. 60. Put it at the bottom of your character sheet. 60.
Can I look for anything like metal, like kind of like javelins?
There's pieces of the wreckage still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Art's gonna take the bone that he had and dip it in to see if it reacts with the bone material.
Yeah, it won't let go. You go to pull it back out, it won't let go.
Well, I'm not gonna let go.
Okay, so you're pulling on the bone. Let's
Pulling
pull
the
it
bone.
back.
Let go.
Okay, this is a untreated bone, and it's only been a day, so its brittleness factor is not very much. So make a strength check.
Yeah, it's uncooked, so it would be still be pretty.
Yeah.
18.
Okay. When you finally do wrench it from the surface, it's like something ate all of the gristle and flesh off the end of it, right down to the calcium of the bone.
and looks like it's leached the calcium out of it, so it's pockmarked.
Osteoporosis.
Yeah.
So the top nub of it is now smooth and pockmarked.
Smooth, yeah, it's smooth but rough because of being pockmarked. Yep.
Kind of like
That
like really old ivory. that's
Doesn't
pockmarked.
look-
Your hand is still silver when you pull it out of the liquid.
she tries wiping it off on something.
On what?
I don't know, snow.
No effect. Your hand gets cold.
Hard help.
I'm grabbing a chunk of meat out of my bag.
Okay.
And
No. No.
Huh?
Art's gonna go over to her hand and circle it with his metal hands and try to, because it resisted the metal, to try to
Yeah.
squeegee it off with the metal hands.
It won't move.
Does it seem like it is a
Her
substance
hand's
on her
going down
hand?
from you, closing your hands around it.
Is it a substance, a layer on her hand, or does her hand look silver?
Her
like
hand
it was
looks
painted?
silver. Looks like it's painted.
You have a new hand.
What do you mean?
It's not on your hand. It is your hand.
Works fine.
Don't poke your nose. Pick your nose.
I like that. Don't poke your nose. I mean, pick your nose.
She puts a glove back on. She
Okay.
would have had the glove on. Why would it have gone through the glove?
because
What's that?
Like
You
we
didn't
could-
say you touched it with the glove. You said you touched it with your hand.
Okay.
That's why I said, are you sure you want to do that?
It'll be fun. Don't worry about it.
I grabbed
It's not been lethal yet that I know of. Although it almost was lethal once when somebody used the gaseous form. That was terrifying.
I'm gonna get any like long, sharp metal pieces like pipes or
Okay.
stir rebar and like see if I can make a javelin out of it.
So you're looking for something that might work as a javelin?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll percentage.
Or
dice.
spear.
I'm gonna run my sensors to see if I can sense a power source, because the light put out so much power. Maybe they have a couple of AA lying around.
Yeah, catch.
86.
Okay. Yeah, you don't find anything useful for that size. The pieces of metal here are big, like structural stuff. They're not small.
So I'm using the new intelligence score, right?
Yes.
So I don't get a bonus.
Right.
So it's just 14.
Right. So you don't find any additional. As far as reading power sources, it's like that part of your sensors were compromised to be able to get the intelligence out of it.
They're not functioning properly yet.
They were overloaded for some time there. So.
Okay.
Any other obvious things? That
Oh, there's
should be looked
there's
through?
odd objects laying around of a technical nature. Some of them look like they've got handles. Some of them look like.
Let's look at some of those.
Some of them look like they're bracelets or jewelry of some sort.
Okay. Pick up the bracelet-looking things.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up something with a handle.
Oh, roll a d6 for me.
Ooh.
Her.
A 3?
You found 3 bullets.
The right caliber?
You don't know yet, but you
I don't
think
know.
so. About this time, Cord's going to be rolling over in his grave, even though he's not dead yet. Another found bullets. This is not good.
What's that?
I said another found bullets. This is not good.
Look at, she knows what those bullets mean. That might be a survival in a situation that she's not going to just use.
Yeah, the markings on it indicate they're Russian.
Ugh.
that he was Russian.
No, but that's important to note that the affiliation you have with the organization known as Russia is peaceful. They don't make weapons anymore.
I found out that I have 5% Russian. No one else in my family does.
Oh.
Would you got an ancestry?
Mm-hmm.
So,
So,
can I pick up the handles too, I guess?
Well,
We're
it
gonna
is
hand
10:10. We're technically out of time for today, guys.
All right.
And we will,
we search the crater
yeah,
next time.
we'll see what other fun stuff, what other fun trouble you can get into with the knowledge that you have.
Yep.
And thank you all for watching. And check our show out tomorrow night and on Sunday at 1 and again on Wednesday at 6. Everybody say bye.
Bye.